Giving everyone a chance to get in here. Wise Solace speaking. All praises to the horizon. Peace and wisdom. First person in, please let me know if I'm loud enough. Like I said, I'm giving you all a chance to get in here. If anyone has any questions, ask. I completely forgot I gotta do something. Now, subscribe to the channel, click the thumb, visit the website wiseservant.org. Check out the pricing plans. Now, first one in, well, I see you guys already in here. One of you guys let me know if I'm loud enough. I was having technical difficulties. Peace and Wisdom, Divine Minds TV. I think it's lagging on my end. Can you let me know if I'm clear, please? It's not important. Peace and Wisdom, Wise Solace here, like I said. Giving you giving you all a chance to get in here. Peace and Wisdom, Marcel Salvago. I have something I have to do, but I forgot. So this may not be that long. That's what I was sitting here pondering. Now let's begin. Let me give you all a lesson. Start this video off with a deep lesson before I get into the deep stuff. You have snake. I'm not talking about the animal. People. You have people that are snaky in their character. Snake. A snake doesn't know that it's a snake. It does, but it doesn't. This is how you guys can tell if you're a snake. Meaning you can measure what I'm about to say to yourself. If you fit the bill of this, then you know you're an L slithery. Now, most people will view a snake as someone who, you know, is always doing something. You know, a snake. They always up to something, but nothing happened. Like, you know, somebody who, you know, kind of attacks you but then grins in your face like they're your buddy. And this is how you can tell if you're a snake. Not from that, from this. Do you have problems with people? but you don't tell them about it, and you still linger around them like there is no problem. That's what makes a snake. You follow? Meaning a snake is born that moment. Meaning, if you're around someone and you have an issue, but you haven't brought it to the table to them. So what would you call someone hanging around you that have ill will, but have not put it on the table for you to even straighten whatever they got in their mind? You get my point? Many of you guys fall into that. This is the beginnings of your gossiping behind people's back. And you get my point? Repeatedly biting them, but justifying it to self, or for the things you've never even brought to them yet. You get my point? Meaning most people fall into that. You get my point? And so you got every justification for your bites, overlooking the initial thing, which is you had a problem, you didn't bring it to their attention. In that moment, you're a snake, meaning you have this secret thing with you that's going to grow. And so you have to have an understanding of things, you know, in regards to those of y'all that's not snakes. Snake is just one who's become bitter. You get my point? Let's say you went through something in life, something you feel wrong by. I want to use an example, but it's not my own, so. But that's the best way to teach, you know, through people's situations. But like I said, it's not my own to speak on, but people become bitter about things. They feel they were done wrong. Now, these things they may not ever be able to get clarity on, how do you say, not redeem oneself, but they never get to push their point off to whoever they feel done wrong by. That's the best way to put it. So people go through things, they're done wrong, they don't get the clarity or get the opportunity to get their point across to the person. Then they become bitter. And then a person like that starts looking at any little thing that happens to them, whether it's malicious or not, and they start to make it something. You get it? A means for them to be snaky or unsupportive or this or that. You get my point? Meaning their bitterness starts to boil over to the people around them. Become a magnet for bitterness. Complaining about this thing, that thing, that thing. You get my point? Some of you guys may be there. And so it all goes back to your initial, it all goes back to the initial thing that got you bitter. And you're not being able to, you get my point? Get your point across or your clarity there. And so now any little thing that happens or any old thing you want to pull for, you reach for these things. You get my point? It's like attributes of the scar. Peace and wisdom. Some of y'all need to really get, let me read his comment. Mofo X, whoever that is. He said, how are you, Sammy Davis Jr.? A little fun. Hope all is well with you and best regards. Hope you still understand fun. when y'all speak, it be a little disturbing. Y'all have so many perspectives and narratives in the head. I don't even know what y'all be talking about. Last time I checked, I laughed pretty much every video. You get my point? What do y'all be talking about? Or what are y'all seeing that I'm missing? Because from my perspective, y'all kind of just been looking for something to nitpick about or a flaw since I started. That's what I've noticed, but what are y'all seeing? Because I know how men is. Y'all will overlook all y'all flaws and the simple-minded things y'all carry on about. And so, I'm just asking. Respond too. Because I'm sure all of you come in here with some kind of weird thing in the brain. Saying that from the comments. They never have anything to do with wisdom, which is what I came for. Y'all minds seem to be in like, you get my point? Like I'm looking at the comments now. The comments are reflections. Like I said, y'all a little disturbed. But if you're watching, just look at the comments. Divine Minds TV commented about 5 times, ain't say nothing. Marcel Salvago says the same thing every time. Peace and wisdom. You get my point? Like that. Like y'all are right. Y'all are not bots. I know who y'all are in real life. But if someone was watching, they'd be like, meaning I know who All Out is in real life. Divine Minds TV. Meaning most of y'all know who y'all are in real life. Yet, if somebody didn't know nothing and they just popped in here, they would more than likely think y'all had to be bots. And so, is there any wisdoms? You get my point? Meaning, I'm assuming some of y'all just infatuated. And I'm not really here for that. I'm here for those that's intrigued by wisdom. Meaning, they're trying to learn, apply certain things to their life, grow, reach certain heights in mind and emotionally. That's the spirit, but reach certain heights of self. It don't really have nothing to do with the external or the physical, but I'm kind of here to reach those. Y'all coming here, y'all seem to be kind of like bots. Peace and wisdom, Marcel Salvago. You see what I mean? Like strange. And what I'm saying is not, peace and wisdom face tat. Some of y'all I know in here, y'all normal and shit. I'll probably kick it with you and whatnot. But some of y'all are like completely retarded almost. Peace and wisdom all out. Y'all gotta get, you get my point? There should be deep comments in the comment section, meaning whether statements, questions, not not whatever y'all are doing. You get my point? And so, you alright, Marcel Salvago? I'm asking, just as a question. Before I start this video, I want to get these things clear. So, are you alright? She said 1. Okay. Divine Minds TV said, honestly, I was expecting to meet you in person. Why? That got big ego, right? See, Solace, this is what I mean with you. Come on, big baby, why? Like, I'm just... I play too much. That's the problem. I don't have the problems y'all have, so... I like having fun and laughing. Anything you say, I'm going... Anything y'all say, I'm gonna make fun out of it, but... Y'all take things really personal. So you probably like take it personal when I say like, why? And I was playing on the ego part, but I really meant that. Like, why? The things y'all say, I don't understand. So like you said, I was expecting to meet you. Why though? What did I miss? Because I never knew that. You get it? Meaning you've been expecting to meet me all this time. You never told me that. So why was you expecting it to happen? And what are y'all talking about? Like, what do y'all be talking about? Y'all know y'all minds can get scrambled up beyond... Meaning there's no limit. Y'all laughing. There's no limit to dumb. Just like there's no limit to wisdom. A person can become as wise as you couldn't fathom. I don't think y'all realize you can become dumber than you can fathom, meaning most of y'all don't realize it, but you're programmed. You get my point? Y'all see people, y'all say, hey, how you doing? You get my point? Never real talking. Y'all live like a program. And that when I'm asking y'all like, what y'all be talking about? In the comments, I came here for deep wisdom. And y'all are not, getting the most out of that. Y'all kind of just read the comments out so y'all can see. Good morning from Los Angeles. You're clear. I see a divine spirit. Respect. Spirit Almighty. I don't know y'all, so I don't know what none of that mean, blood. That said y'all talking to me like I'm y'all God. Well, give me all y'all got then. Give me all y'all shit. Then stop bullshit talking me. I say give back, y'all don't want to do that. But I'm divine, right? Yeah, I'm real. I mean, y'all get too fake for me. Get it? Y'all take offense to me because y'all fake as shit and the nigga ain't biting. He like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I heard you said you love me, but I never seen you, nigga. Cut it out. Then y'all would be offended. Like, oh, he's offensive. Nah, you phony. Nah, I ain't used to that. Said, I thought you lived in Texas. Why y'all always got the wrong perspective, information in regards to me? But I go live at least every day almost. At least twice a week. Meaning you can ask anything, ain't nothing you need to assume. But I said, I thought you lived in Texas. You've been following me for years. Why have you been assuming for years? Meaning if any of y'all got something in your mind, it's almost like y'all want to be lost in life. You get my point? Meaning y'all would have perspectives in y'all mind, however y'all got them from the self. Maybe you heard it from somebody, whatever. And y'all never get clarity. You get my point? Kind of just go on that kind of mind. I'm not here for them types. Meaning I'm good with everybody how they are. The dumb is dumb. You get my point? Those that shallow. Everybody what they is, where they at. I don't want to be bothered with, the dumb shit. Face test said, I was thinking since we live in the body, and up the sky is down. Oh, and up is down. That's like the outway. Yeah, you on to something, champ. I'm gonna have to read that again, but I'm coming along. You said the sky is down. The sky is not down. I wish I would ask questions when I say things. Then so much time don't got to go by where you have the wrong perspective and you're building up. You get my point? I would hear things I say and then not really be all the way clear. Maybe you think you are, but you didn't ask to make sure. And y'all build up on wherever the brain is. You get my point? Meaning y'all do too many dumb things. Like a skill. You follow? Meaning when the stupidity becomes skilled, where you like, can't nobody be that dumb that much. Like that. Y'all dumb's almost like, damn, this shit is skilled. How it just how it all fall into play for one to be stupid as hell. But the sky is not up. In the daytime, you're seeing the upper perspective. And at nighttime, you're seeing the lower perspective. But this has nothing to do with the ground. You get my point? You're getting lost on physical things. So you say the ground. You get my point? There's no up and down in the ocean. Meaning once you lost underneath the waters, you don't lose your perspective of up and down. This is why they say like blow bubbles. Maybe you can see which way the bubbles go. But if you too deep down, you're not going to see no bubbles. Meaning if you go too deep down into the ocean, you get my point? There's no bottom. There's no bottom and top in the abyss. Look at the sky like the abyss. There's no bottom and top. There's just the upper perspective, the lower perspective. You get my point? And that, let me know if you grasp. He said, I mean, the sky seems to be down in reference to the body we live in. I'm not like you. I'm looking at Divine Minds TV comment. You a little throwed off, Divine Minds. I hope you don't take offense. My channel is for my channel is for people that are really wise already. And they just need a slight chopping of their ego. Like, no, you're not that wise. There's somebody wiser. That's me. Y'all a little on the shallow. I've been on the shallow brain side. I'm gonna let you go in a minute, mofo X. I ain't big on the simple-minded kid talk. I'm not sure if you suspect we gonna go back and forth snapping in simple-minded talk. You get my point? My name is my name. You address me by my name. Have fun with people you know. Don't come in here playing with me to the point where you gotta get yourself embarrassed. A simple thing to grasp. And so, I'm not sure what you think is cute about your behavior, but get that together. Some of y'all hella doofy, you feel me? You're too desperate to be noticed. Be noticed for something, you know? You want to get my attention right. Don't get my attention when you're going to get your feelings hurt after it. There ain't no point in that. And so get it together. Mofo X, you got one more time to try and disrespect me in a laughing matter, and I'm going to violate the shit out you. Dead grandmama, everybody in your family. Just because I can. Same way, just like how you can just pop Pop up in here acting like you stupid for no reason. So hopefully you grasp that. Salami. Divine Mind said we wasn't texting cutie pie. Like I said, a lot of y'all infatuated with me. I shoot this shit around, but I got to be of top quality to get some. Whoa, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Alright. Got to be of top quality to get some of this dick. Look at my baby mamas. Hopefully they still look alright. Look at pictures of my baby mamas when they was young, like when I was with them. Then a lot of y'all can get a perspective. You know, that way. You know, like, oh, I ain't got a chance. Why is I even coming here, Barbara Renee? My chicks is bad. We ain't talking star chicks. We talking regular bad. Like, whoever the bad chick in your neighborhood, I get her. She'd be messing with me if I was from your neighborhood. I don't know. I'd be the one, you know, dusting that off. I don't want to discourage any of you, you know? We live in the times of low self-esteem. Some of y'all are nice looking, but you think you're ugly. I'm just telling Divine Minds, because Divine Minds a little crazy. She one of them chicks you have sex with and then, like, why? Why me and this girl fighting? Like, what the fuck happened? I was dusting it off. She had a bipolar moment and she called me another nigga name and started slapping me out. I gotta get out of here. Yo, some of y'all chicks are crazy like that. I had sex with this chick before a long time ago. And she broke the window. She broke the window of my crib. I'm like, yo, who said we was who told you we was having sex more than one time? She getting all offended like, why you ain't answering my calls? Because I just got your number the day that I had sex with you. I never used it before. Then why would I use it now? You feel me? I had sex with her, but I ain't. You know how you dust some shit off when you young because you be on your player time. So I dust that thing off like I'm supposed to. So you know how chicken be like, go on, take my number. Well, yeah, she think we doing this again. We ain't. The fuck is you smoking? You got lucky. I take the number. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I say, oh yeah, oh, thank you. Got it. 3 days later, I see a rock come through. What the fuck? Nigga watching a good ass movie. I said, oh, I got to pause this because I got to pee. Got up, brick came through the window, smacked me clean in the face. Blood when I woke up. No. I'm sorry, I know I'm a little stupid. Rock knocked me clean out, blood. I woke up about 2-3 days later. I wouldn't know when I woke up. I just know when I woke up. I got knocked out, it was daytime. I woke up, it was night. So I knew I had to take a little nap. So I'm like, bitch got to die. The cold blood knocked me out, just what? No, I'm just playing. She did bust my windows, though. She was harassing me. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, when that thing be good, they be getting a little... Most of y'all don't want to have sex with me. Like I said, if I have sex with you, you gonna cold blood lose. You might lose your whole mind. You feel me? Especially if you got kids. It's best you don't have sex with a nigga like me. You feel me? Nigga like chicken one day, steak the next. You don't want to get. You don't want to get too attached. Big Usia will just leave with no reasons. I'm leaving today. Where you going? I'm just leaving for good. Why? Nothing lasts forever. Gotta go. Bye. No, I'm just playing. This is where y'all be getting y'all dumb perspectives from my jokes and shit. Some of y'all simple-minded. Now I gotta stop playing with y'all. Y'all not smart enough for that. Salami. She said, my mind ain't on sex, but education. You want sex education? How many of y'all girls in here just want to have sex with me? Just be real. Just put up a 1 or a 2 or something like that. I said girls, women. You gotta put that in the daytime. The dude will try to sneak his one in. I won't do it with you, big old Sam. All I'll put up one. Go on, the rest of y'all. Don't be shy. Because I'm gonna have sex with all of you. So deep, right? I'm gonna have sex with all of y'all at the same time so y'all can learn y'all goddamn lesson together. You feel me? Go on now, don't all put it. So deep, right? Don't all y'all put, I can't believe all y'all put that shit up there too. Some of y'all bold as shit. My mind's on your teachings. Yeah, I know. I need to teach you how to get dusted off. Want me to teach you how I be dusting shit off? Wow, crazy. For those of y'all that's new, I'm celibate. I'm not. I just be having fun. I know y'all simple-minded and shit. So I have a little fun with y'all every now and then. Divine mindset. Who got type of quality? I don't know what y'all look like. Y'all need to be sending me like what y'all look like. You start there. Chicken a day will straight holler at you in a DM, skipping over how she look. The fuck is we playing? Surprise gift? The fuck I can play like that? Pulling up looking like a dude, like Macho Man Randy Savage. Well, hey, Solace. Nigga turn gay. You was afraid to meet me. Marcel Salvago said, I'm 57. Y'all in here old trying to get y'all poom poom dusted off? Fuck, nigga. Yo, y'all old men out here lacking on y'all handle. Got chicks in here 50 years old looking for something. Looking to get their thing raped. Looking to get that thing dusted off. Looking for somebody to plant their flag in their grass. She a Suki Nana. Face tat said you can have my sister. You know you that nigga when niggas offering up their sisters to you. Y'all want to offer y'all mama to me? Just asking. You have sex with your mother and kick you on out. You keep coming in here all in. You need to leave. I have sex with your mother, next thing you know, you getting kicked out and shit. I'm all telling you, yeah, we gonna start our own family. We don't need you. Yeah, I'm gonna have sex with your mother, have my own kid with her. We don't need you no more. You need to leave. Like, get the fuck out. Yeah, I'm just playing. You're silly. I'm sorry. I know I say things that's, I'm like Corey Holcomb of this wisdom shit, though. I'm gonna say some things that's way outside the programming, but what's a Suki Nana? Y'all got new words I ain't familiar with? It's the end of the year, so prepare the virgin ceremony pulling up. That's this thing I do every year, if you knew. They get virgins. Because I only have sex in seasons. The end of the year season, fall. So we taking them down in fall. So the ceremony starts. There's a bunch of people in the place. The virgins are there too, 3 or 4 or 5, however many it is that year. All the people are talking amongst themselves, waiting on me to come out of the room. I'm always in the room, and they're all like right in the front waiting for me to come out so they can present the virgins to me for that year. So they're all talking. I come out the room. And every year, you know, it's the same thing every year, but every year I come out acting like I don't know they did, but I know they did because we do this every year. I come out acting startled. Where come the stylist? Like, you know, I'm talking my wild shit that day. Where have his come stylist? That means like where all you niggas come from. So before I say that, when I come out, they be like, shh, there you go, there you go, there you go, shh, that's all you hear. And I be like, oh, where's coming stylist? Then the virgins come out, 4 or 5 of them. I'd be like, well, if this is all you got, this is, you know, you know that big ego. They bad. But, you know, not big ego. I say, well, if this is the best y'all could do this year, I'm just going to have to be satisfied. This is my calm voice when I first wake up. Okay. Well, all right. I take them virgins in that room. Now, there's always this one dude. Hey, big Lucy, you think I'd come in with you? No. But it's 5 of them. I wouldn't care if it was 25 of them. It's going to be me and 25 of them. You have to get your own, cat daddy. I give him a little glass. I tell him, you can listen by the door. That's the best I could do for you. Stick your nose under the crack at the bottom of the door for good smells. That's all I can do for you. Other than that, it could be 50 girls. You know how you have friends, you have a lot of chicks, so you like, I'm gonna call some of my homies. I don't. I got 4 chicks with me. Like, you got any friends? I do, but no. Why am I gonna mess up a chance to have sex with 4 chicks? You feel me? All I gotta do is get one of them horny. The other 3, they gonna fall. So I lie. I was like, nah, I ain't no friend. Call numbers that don't exist. Ain't nobody picking up. They gonna meet us there. Don't worry. Let's just, you know, let's just go to the hotel. They said they gonna meet us there. Next thing you know, I'm butt naked with 4 chicks in the hotel. Ain't nobody on their way. I didn't call nobody. They found out I was lying. I just be like, that's my face when, like, if you catch me in a lie, then I'm like, I got mad ego, so I don't really look away or nothing. You know? There's no shame. I'll be like, well, you busted me. Well, you caught me. Well, oh well. I have to think of another lie. Don't rush me. I'm thinking of another. Sorry. I'm completely stupid. I know y'all like this nigga's dumb. You get caught in a lie looking at you dumb like, well, do you have anything to say for yourself? I'm thinking of another lie. Stop rushing me. Give me a moment. I'm trying to put all this shit together. How you caught me and all that. No, that's it. Y'all stupid. Let me get to y'all questions. All I said, do you use that red mask? Oh, the dog mask. No. It's like I said, if you see 4 or 5 people pull up on you with that mask on, it's over for you. You get it? That mask for that. You ever wake up and see like 4 of them dog masks moving around your crib? You got about 4 or 5 seconds before the shit is over for you. Chilling on your block, you see the dog mask coming down the block. Go. It is about to be a cold-blooded ninja event. It ain't just me, but I'm just all y'all see, like. But it ain't just me. He said, that's how you purge. I'm non-violent. I'm non-violent. If I'm coming for you, I mean your number, your name came up across my desk. But I'm non-violent. Whoever sent your name across the desk, they the violent one, not me. Just be working. I just work. I I don't get into the particulars. I like to keep my life peaceful. You need to take that up with whoever you got it. You need to take that up with whoever's hiring me to come and get you because I'm peaceful. Nah, I'm just playing with y'all. Let me stop playing with y'all and get to this brother's question. Can we get some deep statements? Maybe some really good comments if any of you guys are wise. Maybe if something I said you're not clear on or you think I'm wrong on or something. Let's get this a little deeper. I like to play, but let me play. Y'all play enough. You get my point? Y'all playing in y'all in real life. I don't play so much, only when I come on here. Now, all out, you're gonna need to send me a picture of you so I know what you look like. Just cause I need to. And that goes for the rest of y'all that been following me for quite a while. Send me a picture of you. Fuck, you a weirdo. Cause y'all be knowing me and then y'all be thinking I know y'all and I ain't got no means to make no connection to know you. You get it? You've been following me for quite a while. You a person. But I just know you as, you get it? And that there's no, you done cold blood hurt your feelings and you like, damn, Solace is heartless. I ain't never get to get no connection with you. I don't even know what you look like or nothing. You get it? You just this thing that pop up like that. Some of y'all overlook that. In your mind, you like, nah, I see Solace every day, man. He disrespected me. I have no clue who you are. You get my point? And so if you know you like that and you be coming in here a lot, ain't nothing to send me a picture of you. You'll just meet Solace when you see, you know, that name popping up. Now you said, he said, Suki is a thought. Nothing wrong with a thought, man. Only thing wrong with a thought is when you try to wife them. Outside of that, ain't nothing wrong with a thought. You're gonna have some of your best times with thoughts. Maybe your worst. How you in the clinic and whatnot, but thoughts make the world go round, you feel me? Where would most of y'all be if it wasn't for a thought? Because your mama's a thought. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Just forget it. A little awkward in here. A little awkward in here, huh? I'm sorry. I said, do you like your ass ate? Face tat dreadhead. You don't ask no man that. You don't take offense. You good still, champ. Everything's everything. Just in the future, you don't be asking no man like, shit, beat up in the motherfucker. I see how y'all get beat up in the daytime. Nigga with cold blood look a man in the eyes and be like, you like to get your ass ate? Little hungry motherfucker. Old school niggas start beating your ass talking about you little hungry bastard. Fuck away from me. You don't know. Y'all niggas weird in the daytime. Blood, don't ask me. Nothing like that. That's between me and the chicks licking my so I forgot I can't play with y'all. Let me stop. Stupid as some of y'all stupid as shit. But yeah, don't ask me no weird shit like that, man. Fuck's wrong with y'all in the day? Eating groceries and shit. I sure like eating butt. Wonder why the brain ain't. Wonder why your brain on shit. Out here eating. Out here eating doo doo. Well, what's doo doo? Can you get your cheeks clapped off? I already went through this story before. Looking for the comment about Egypt. Let's get to this wisdom. Y'all are too silly. I wish. Let the people seeking wisdom come in here. This is getting ridiculous. This shit is full of people that want to have sex with me, man. If you ever decide to be a teacher, make sure you don't look. Make sure you quite ugly and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because if you look sexy just a tad bit, you don't hear nothing you saying. Zonked out in their brain, thinking about you dusting their back off. Face chat said ego death. Whoever asked a question about Egypt, may have to put it up again. There's too many questions in here. Well, there's too much dumb shit in here. Y'all want to see some shit y'all never seen before? Y'all want to see some crazy shit y'all never seen before? You know how y'all like white Air Force Ones? Y'all ever seen suede? No? You want to see some? I'm a legend. Face chat, okay. True, Chris said, I was saying I'm serious about wisdom. What all I need to learn is the Egyptian knowledge that you teach. Y'all are coming to wisdom like a product. If I get this, will I? You get my point? Like I said before, my channel is for grown-ups. It's like a museum. Artwork, things like that. View it like that. It's not about this thing or that thing. If you're interested in ancient Egyptian knowledge and knowing it accurately, then you learn that. If you're interested in Christianity and understanding that the accurate way, then you learn that. It's not about you. You get my point? That's why I say it's for grown-ups. The same way y'all go to the movies and repeatedly buy fake movies to watch. And you never have a mind to say, well, if I see this last movie, will I? You're just enjoying your time. This is how you spend your leisure time. Wise people, they spend their leisure time, you get it? Trying to understand ancient texts, different philosophies of life, these things. These are the things I was into. Meaning I didn't play video games and all that when I was young. I read and, you get it? Studied different things. That's what was interesting to me. Figuring out life that I'm in. That's interesting to some people. The same way the movie's interesting to you. My channel is for those types. You get it? That's why I say a lot of y'all too simple-minded to come here. You're aware that I'm wise, but I don't think you get the point of things. You get it? The mind too washed out or kind of shallowed out. But it's not about the perspective that you have. You get my point? The perspective is all wrong. So you say, like, if I learn ancient Egyptian knowledge, get it? I don't even know how to answer the things y'all kind of ask because the perspective is too off. You get it? Meaning your perspective of wisdom is like a child. Kind of like somebody that's in school and they like, if I finish this last grade, will I? You get it? If you have that mindset, you don't need to be here. It's not the place for you. You get it? Your mind is not developed enough. You in the wrong environment. That's why I said before, have you read ancient texts, this thing, that thing? If you're not interested in reading, then you get my point. I say that because you could listen to 50,000 people explain the numerology, but until you pick it up, you're not going to never know which of us is right. In that, it becomes a stupid game where someone's teaching you and you're never learning because you're going from here to there to there to there. You get my point? This is how most of y'all learn. You're taking a whole bunch of information. This information don't even go together. And then you kind of begin to play this game on your own self. Almost like the many different people that you take wisdom from are now in competition over you in perspective, even though they don't even know you exist. And so you get it? In that, you never learn anything because you're learning different opposing perspectives of things. But if you learn ancient Egyptian wisdom right from me, you should have a perspective of life. This is what they're speaking of. Any ancient culture that I teach you that you choose you want to learn, they're speaking of life. So you should have a better perspective and understanding of life after I give you the wisdom. Most of you guys, you have a brain full of the wrong information in the brain. And so someone teaching you becomes that. Removing all the false information in your mind, then you go fill up on more. In that, they never get to teach you what they actually know or teach because, you get it? There has to be a clearing away of all the false understandings you have. In that, they never get to the actual lesson. Most of their time is spent reconvincing you or showing you whatever you heard is inaccurate. Meaning y'all learn things, y'all get attached to it. Let's say you were Christian, you learned that, you got attached to it. Now I'm trying to teach you real life, you get it? But it becomes me having to repeatedly show you that that's inaccurate. And every day you go refill yourself up on that inaccurate. In that, every day I'm re-showing you whatever you relearned again today. It's the same thing, inaccurate. And you spend your whole days of acquiring wisdom doing that. Attaching yourself to falsehoods and then being shown they're false. Never actually learning anything or getting on a path of, you get it, an understanding. But hopefully y'all grasp. My channel for those that's on a path of wisdom. Many of the people that y'all watch or y'all view as wise, it's for them. You get it? Meaning, whoever's a teacher is still a student. You follow? So let's say you a teacher right now. But I'm wiser than you, so you get it? In that, there's still more to learn for you. If I come across somebody and I notice they wiser than me, do you follow? There's still more for me to learn. And if there's someone wiser than me and wisdom is what I acquire to be, you know, wise. Like that. So, kinda gotta grasp. Face Tat said, is it right to say you teach people how to die, not teaching to die? No, I got what you meant. You're basically saying like the proper way to leave this place when it's that time. Teach everything. I'm not sure why a person can't go through my channel and see, oh, he touch on everything. But y'all keep trying to make it one thing. So you teach this or that. What are y'all lost about what I teach? I'm just asking because I'm lost on how y'all lost. What are y'all lost on? Only way I could see one get lost on whatever you tuning in here for is if you all over the place. And that, then I get why you been following all this time and still have no clue. You get my point? You still trying to figure out something. I like Christians. Dealing with nothing. You just, when y'all finish sorting through, you know, the stupidities and kind of being done with it. Teach people how to live balanced and honorable. That's basically fair and truthful, whether it be to themselves or whoever they dealing with on an external level. Most people are not aware that they lie to themselves. You get it? When I tell a Christian, your religion is not a fact, it's something you heard of. Everybody does not have the ability to be honest with self and say, oh yeah, you're right. The fact that you're right, anything y'all reach for after that wouldn't even matter. It's hearsay. But with a Christian, you'd have to go on and on, actually showing them, look at all the details of how your religion is actually Satan worship. Why you couldn't grasp at the moment that it was just hearsay. And everybody in existence that you know, they all got the same hearsay. Meaning none of y'all have to question any person that's a Christian, how they got that religion. Everybody know how they got it. Heard about it. They was born here and you kind of hear about that when you get here. Nobody got these proofs yet, but everybody got the hearsay. So you will figure that would be enough to make the point to them. But people lie to they self. So then they gonna try to convince you how no, it is real, even though the religion itself ain't never said that. It's a faith, a belief, something you're waiting to see if it's true or not. But it's already true in their head. You get it? In that, a Christian don't see they not a Christian. They don't have faith. They've already went into lie. You get it? The system is based on faith. You get it? A belief. A hope. Not a you jumping to making it whatever you want it to be, which is a fact. They've already done that. And so you get my point? That's what I teach. How to be fair in your ways and how to be, truthful. In that, the mind opens up. One will begin to receive in from the right side of the life. Same way you receive in from the wrong side. Those of y'all that do negative things, you know negative people. Meaning if you're a criminal, you do crime, you know other criminals. You're not a criminal amongst legit citizens. You're a criminal amongst other criminals. And you pull from the mind and you receive in the ideas from other criminals, not so much a working citizen. I'm giving you that example so you can see when you're in a certain vibration, you only going to receive in from wherever you at. Most of y'all don't grasp you on vibrating on lies. Your ideals are lies. In that, that's all you truly got access to. That's all you gonna receive in is more lies. Which is usually, add-ons to whatever you initially got. Think of aliens. Y'all got a whole bunch of races of aliens, but still ain't even seen one. But we got a whole bunch of races. Now I have to use the restroom. Give me a moment. I'm back. Shalom, shalom. Peace and wisdom, Divine Minds TV. If you want to meet me in person, you can. You just have to email me or call me. If you have my number, you can call me. If you don't, then email me. Laughing at your face tap. He said he died in Chicago in 2016. Drug deal gone bad, home invasion, woke up in the hospital. It's unfortunate, champ. Lucky you wasn't working for me, cause I'd have fucked you up. So why is niggas breaking in your house, blood, you pussy nigga? You better have my money. Sorry. That slipped out. So my face used to look in the street. The little cold blood gangster, blood. Where my money at, man? For usually I get my shit once I say like that. Nah, I got it. I be like, alright. Tell my henchman, you fuck him up later. He like, you think this a game, don't he? Nah, but he said I was working for self. It was working for me. We would have had a cold blood problem. So if you young and you in them streets and you work for somebody, now you got a perspective. I don't really care about your problems. Let's say you working for me, I wouldn't do crime, so this is just a what if situation. What if you was working for me? You said, damn man, they just kicked my door when they robbed me. So I'm like, why are you bringing your negativity to me? I gave you work, and that work cost a price. And that price ain't sob story. I'll get in my bag. Nigga, that price ain't sob stories, blood. And you got about seconds to make. Tell him, listen, man, you know how much money it costs to make you turn into a ghost? Go get mama. You don't want to owe me. I don't want to hold none of y'all. I ain't the person you owe. Petty shit, I'm not talking about that. $5, $10. I wouldn't care about that, blood. If you disappear because you owe me $5, $10, you cut off. You a low life. You could have called me and been like, I ain't got that, man. Whatever. Friendship mean more than $10 fucking, man. But I'm talking real stuff. Me and some of y'all like, you so petty, your life so petty out, you a clown. You think I'm talking from your perspective. I'm talking stupid shit. If I cut a nigga off for $10, it's because they disappeared, act like they didn't know me over $10. The fuck you ducking me because you owe that for? You could have just asked to have that. I loaned it to you because you asked for that alone. Some of y'all like that. That's how you ask. You like, can I borrow? Shit, I borrowed it to you because you asked to borrow, but you could have asked to have. I would have gave it to you still. I was going to drop that out of my pocket later. You asked for this shit, I was going to lose later. You know, when you have a lot of money in your pocket, it's easy. I swear every day I lose at least $15, $20. Counting like, hold on, this shit. What happened? But I be feeding people and stuff like that, so I don't ever count that. Then they click in later. But if you young in the streets, excuses ain't gonna get you nowhere, and that's anywhere in life, man. You wanna handle, your problems your own. You wanna make sure you don't have none. And that, not very little excuses. Most people, they think excuses. You want to get to a place where you ashamed of being a nigga with one. You get it? I kind of was raised like that. You don't want to be the poo-putt nigga with the excuse. You don't want to be the nigga that have to answer the niggas. And you gonna be that as if you ain't carrying it like you need to carry it. Meaning if you carrying it like you need to carry it, you're not going to be having to answer to nobody. People going to be having to answer to you. And if you move and conduct yourself how you need to, you know, always standing on your shit, handling things like they need to be handled. And you get my point? You're not going to be in no position where, you know, a lot of things going to go wrong for you. And so, most people need to know that. They said they had someone who feed the block. Look like you say they bust in your crib while you was high and lit you up. How many times you got shot? You should have came on my channel and told your little story. A lot of kids need to hear this in the daytime. And you out there getting flamed out. But it sounds like you got a little story that a lot of these young kids might can relate to. I can. I come from a time where what the fuck is you getting robbed for? What kind of bozo is you, nigga? I wish a nigga would rent the When I'm selling dope in my neighborhood, I wish the nigga would have rented my house. I double, triple fucking did anybody. Like, I would have wrote that shit. You get it? I would have put a sign up in the neighborhood. I wish one of you niggas would try it. And that's any nigga from my day. They tell you the block I was hustling on, I wish the nigga would have tried to, you get it? Rob me. Are you high? You know what I had to do to get them? You know what I had to go through to start selling dope? Ain't nobody about to be playing with me over this. In the daytime, y'all don't put in no work to sell. Y'all just start selling weed and whatever y'all want. In that, nobody never seen nothing. But in my day, the work was already put in before you got put on. So in that, people already knew, like, it ain't really worth robbing him or nothing like that, because you already know what he willing to do. You get it? He put in all that work just to be that. And so you got to know if you try and rob him, Blood willing to die for that shit. He was willing to die for that shit. That's how he got it. With y'all, you don't have, you like, I don't know. They probably just out here. And that y'all more prone to get robbed and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, most of the dudes I came up with, none of us got robbed. That wasn't a thought. It was just a thought like, is somebody gonna come rub me out one day and take my spot over? But in terms of coming in my house, a nigga got to be fully bold. You get it? Meaning we moving like that back in the day. Respect my handle before I even start making money in that. A person got to be well fully bold to even attempt that. I do know some people who got their joints ramped up in, but it wasn't all that solid. Oh, you got shot 4 times. Once in the headpiece. Oh yeah, they trying to fix you up. I got shot before, but it wasn't, like that. Like I said, I come from a time where you put that work in before you start making money. So when I got shot like from behind. Ain't nobody rent up on me. They don't want that kind of smoke. Cause I'm gonna fight for that gun. I'm old school. If you get close enough, if you too close where I can't run away without getting hit, then I'm running towards you. What's the fucking point? You get it? That's the logic. If you within distance where I could, the way I see it, man, if I'm about 10 steps away from you, you're gonna hit me. You get it? And so, if you win, shit, if you a half a block away, I'm running towards you. Cause I know I ain't gonna make the rest of the half of the block, you gonna hit me. So I'm gonna take my chances going that way towards you. And that I got shot from like a whole block away. I don't even know. It was far. I still don't know who shot me. You get it? I'm from them times where you never know. Meaning, no, I just hear rumors. Rumors is rumors, but you get it? In terms of the knowing, I never would know. That's how you get it? You're dealing with certain people, they like if you tell a nigga who did it, I'm dying. If I did something to you and you never known, but you solid like that, I'm like, I ain't about to tell him I did that shit back in the day, because he's still gonna, you get it? He still might take offense. Just leave it. So most of the things happen to me, I don't know. I just heard like maybe this person did it, that person did it. Dad, he said he was set up by his own cousin. Dirty game. Dishonorable life that you live, so you can't expect nothing, Like I told y'all before, if you live a dishonorable life, you gotta come to the conclusion that everybody in that life with you dishonorable too. And so, y'all all gonna get each other's dishonor at some point. Meaning, it ain't worth it to live in that way. Mike Hard said, when you really think about it, all it takes is pressure for a person to eat. Meaning, if me and you rob a bank and I clip you to fall and you got caught and have to do life, I don't know, you got a lot of ideals and ideas on things, but y'all ain't never lived nothing. I don't be speaking ideas, I'm telling you the reality of it, like what I know. So, all I know is ain't no honor amongst thieves, and if the life dishonorable, you don't need to be crying so much if a nigga ratted on you with some shit. What you think? You don't have to cry if your cousin set you up or your homeboy set you up to get killed, or they rat on you. The life itself dishonorable. Everybody in the life hold the same dishonorable morals as honor. And so you get it? In that, you can't trust them. You can't trust yourself. You actually think dishonor is honor. So how can anybody trust you? Meaning in the streets they have an honor code, but the streets is not honorable. So you're dealing with the people that actually think a dishonorable thing is honorable, or they can be honorable some way in the midst of their dishonor. And so you got to understand the mentality of when they're on that vibration. Meaning I'm telling you from experience, I was out there like that. And I live by my honor code. But ain't nothing honorable about the streets, so what fucking sense do that even make? That part, none. And so do you get it? Ain't nobody living up to stupidity. So in that, y'all out in the streets trying to uphold codes and laws that are stupid and have no honor to them. In that, nobody follows it. Meaning y'all all out there ratting on each other and setting each other up, because at the end of the day, whatever little honor code y'all got, you don't hold no merit. Nigga come through the block and shoot an old lady and somebody rat on him. That part. Why is you missing your target? And you get it? It become too sloppy where it's like, I don't even know who went wrong. The nigga that ratted on you or you for shooting an old lady by mistake. But it's all dishonorable. So you get my point? And so it's good you out that life. It's unfortunate you had to get your head almost blown off to get there. You're right about that, Trill Chris. He said when a person is a people's pleaser or has validation issues, it's because they lack confidence in themselves. Yeah, most people weak. They dependent on something, someone, or a bunch of people. And that y'all can't live. A lot of y'all can't even live truth. You got to live whatever, you get it? Whoever you dependent on. You feel like you got to go with they bump. You got men with women, and the woman take care of them. And they a whole Christian or something they don't really want to be, but you get it? Like that. It ain't fair to her or you. Meaning you're pretending with her being phony as hell, acting like you really a Christian or whatever she is, just because she taking care of you. And she don't want that. Everybody wants something honest. That part. Now here you are lying just so you get it. How she taking care of you? Now, she shouldn't be taking care of you, but so. Most people live in other people's, reality. They haven't begun to live their own. And most die before they ever do. They kind of stay on whatever path they put on by whoever they was put on by. Face tats that are supposed to be dead. Bless, make the bless out that blessing. Meaning you got life even though you got plucked in your head, so make the best of your time, Whatever that may be, make the best of your time, and that best of your time, you get it? Make sure it's like a sunlight for others. Meaning it's not about just doing you, but whatever you're doing, make sure you get it? It can spill over to others in a good way. So I teach. Some of you guys, it help y'all through. Get my point? At the same time, I'm doing me. If there's any questions I missed, you may have to retype it, because I don't feel like switching back up. And so the same goes for rappers, meaning if you're a rapper, you know how rappers have bodyguards? And then they promote it like, no, it's smart to have bodyguards. Rappers need bodyguards because they're not honest with their own self. You get it? Meaning they pretend they're a gangster in this thing or that thing that they're not. In that, you get my point? They need bodyguards They adjust the mind to believe, no, this is normal. And it's not. The drug dealer, richer than them, walk around his neighborhood with big chains every day and he have no bodyguards. They see him way more than the rapper. They could rob him at any moment. But nobody does. You know why? Because he really out there. He not having that. Now, if you sign him, you know what's going to happen? Nothing. He going to still move around how he always did. Why would he think in his brain he needs security? And what is security going to do for him? He out there for real, so he know, like, they ain't dying for me, blood. I'll hold myself down. I've been out there, and you get it? The rapper ain't familiar with none of that. In that part, they need the bodyguard. Do Mike Tyson walk around with bodyguards? No. If you seen Mike Tyson before, that's the first thing you notice. Like, damn, blood just walking around butt naked like that? Yeah. You know why? That part. Because blood ain't playing with nobody. Well, dust your motherfucking ass off. I'm a man. I ain't working. That's how a real person carry it. I ain't playing with none of you niggas. I've been out here. So, I could have got it when I was out here. I could get it now. It's going to be what it's going to be. But, you get it? And all the goons in the streets don't recognize none of the rappers. You follow? Goons in the streets say, nah, I know Mike. You used to be out here with us. That's where the rapper go wrong. Don't nobody know them from the real streets. I ain't talking about street figures that's now in their industry, but I'm talking about from the real streets. Don't nobody know them. And there was no block they hung out on. That part. They watched YouTube, they mimicked raps, they started rapping, then they became a tough gangster. They need bodyguards though. That's why I gave you that example. Drug dealers don't have no bodyguards. That part. They got just as much money as the rapper, so there's no excuse you can make to say like, and they're seen more. And they're constantly around real robbers and killers all day because that's all you got in the streets. And so they right in the middle of the fire. That part. The rapper can't fathom that. He say, how can I go from state to state? If you was really in the streets, you already was doing that. Like I said, when I was in New York, I got shot. I pulled up to Georgia, fresh bullet hole in my leg. I'm taking over the Chevron. There's niggas out there moving. They about to move my product. This all facts. Right there on, what's the name of that street? If you from Atlanta, Allison Court, Campbell Road, that ghetto shit, all of that, what was that called? Shit. I'm not talking about a pussy neighborhood in Atlanta. I'm talking about the places that y'all be saying is tough. Came over there, took that shit over, nigga. Like that. I pulled up in the truck, bullet hole. They seen me, they like, blood. You get it? I'm out here for the next 3 months. Niggas got to make some room. You get it? They been seeing me coming back and forth because my daughter and shit out there. But now they seeing me like I'm coming to stay for a little while. Fresh bullet hole. I got this back in the day. Nobody had these. I got fresh wounds and shit. But you still see like, no blood with the action. He's... That nigga done had a whole shootout. Now he on the run out here. They don't know what happened. They just know like blood got, you get it? Blood is insane. Moved my product for me, my nigga, till I went back to New York. The point I'm making is I ain't had no bodyguards. I was dolo. They was all out there. They all know each other. I don't know them niggas. I just know they was gonna move my product. I already had that I already had that together in my mind, like selling my shit. And that's it. Ain't no going around that. Gonna sell it. And so I guess they kind of seen that in my eyes. Like, oh yeah, we selling this shit. And that's that. I move like that. I move like that. I ain't got time to be overly talking to nobody. But I'm just giving you that as an example. Rappers have to have bodyguards because they really not tough. And that should show them, like, If you was tough, you wouldn't need no, if you was what you portray to be, you wouldn't need no bodyguards. Whatever happened to you, just whatever happened. But you get it? You'd be able to move about with not too much ever happening. And there's other stars, they can't be seen. It'd be a whole riot. I'm getting their ass beat. History Obscura said, have you ever checked out the 13th Sun? Things y'all get lost on, and the people that y'all view as wise, I don't. You get it? There's a big gap in between y'all and me in wisdom. So you get it? Whoever you probably name, and I probably embarrass them, and then you'll be like mad at me. But I learn from life. I don't reach to learn from no person. So whoever y'all be talking about, I wouldn't know. I learned directly from the source, and that's that. Said you soak up. Salam, shalom. Wisdom's not a show, so most of y'all get lost in that. Think wisdom is something that you like, you get it? That's why I said it all starts with balance and honor, fair and truth. Otherwise, you going on your most people approach wisdom with their emotions. You get it? And that y'all looking for what y'all like. And that y'all never find wisdom. Y'all just find things y'all like. The things y'all like being extensions of y'all flawed natures. You get it? So you might like this guy, you like that guy. He's just an expression or an extension of a flaw you have. But you're gravitating to people according to your emotional state. Most women are like that. That's why they always talking about, I feel his energies. They don't understand. That means you're moving on your emotional state, not your logic. And that's what's going to get you in trouble. When you move on the emotion instead of the logic. You get it? You can have a certain feeling for someone and they drag your ass through the mud because you attached emotionally. And that you're not making a logical right decisions when dealing with them. Like that. A lot of y'all seek out wisdom, but you're seeking it out emotionally. Not from a logical perspective, where the emotional state and all the scars of it is kind of dealt with. Meaning y'all have scars from things y'all went through in life, and then these scars change y'all perspectives on life. That change of perspective is what makes y'all get lost on the realities of life, if that makes sense. Now, if you got so many scars or things that happen to you that you hold on to when they change your perspective, you get it? This how most people get way off track. But when most of y'all get to a place where y'all not idolizing, you idolize and become infatuated. You see how y'all ask me about people I am not impressed too much? It's like, what? You get it? Like that. When you get there, you'll start to get wisdom and things like that. As of now, y'all can get it? Y'all lost in y'all. And like I say, most people, their soul is immature. Their body has aged and grown, and they're a grown up physically. But mentally and emotionally, meaning them as a soul, their soul is still an infant. Not an infant, but like, you get it? A toddler. A little kid. Meaning the perspective is like a little kid. In that, They'll approach everything emotionally, based on the emotion, based on the like. Things you like being, you get it? An extension of your flaws. And so I say that because most are looking for confirmation in their lows. You get my point? You fall low, somebody say, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. You'd rather hear that than somebody saying you need to get your ass up. And that's because of the emotional state. You get it? You fail, you feel embarrassed or however it works, and so you get it? Like that. You can keep the logic in perspective, or you can get lost into the emotions. In that, this is when you can't tell who, you get it? Who's true for you and who ain't, because you going on emotions. Meaning any nigga do some shit you like or want to hear, you're gone. Forgetting that's how people line people up to take advantage of them and do them any kind of way they want. That's how that works. So you get it? Once you become emotionally low, it's easy for you to get taken advantage of. Same with a woman. Once she become insecure and all emotionally low, it's easy for any dude to come along and take advantage of her because she's overly giving herself to kind of like try to keep. Thinking with the emotional state, not the logic. If she was thinking logical, she'd say, you get it? This motherfucker I just bagged up is just an extension of my flaws. Meaning he just an extension of my insecurities. Basically saying he a bum. He low. Again, if you're a woman, you're emotionally low, insecure, so now you go get a man. He's an extension of that. Meaning more than likely he's a loser and you take care of him. He's an extension of, you get it? Of your own flaw. Most people waste their whole life, you get it? Drawing in physical manifestations of their flaws. Not sure if that's clear. Like I said, you got to have a certain kind of mind to grasp many things I say, but in regards to your life, you want to stay on top of your flaws, your bitterness, because these are the things that's going to change your perspective if you're not truthful itself. Once the perspective is changed, you get it? You're going to start to pull in from that flawed perspective, which is basically going to be all reflections of your flaws. And so, most people are living out their flaws. And until they become aware of those things, they can't live out their glories. You get my point? Meaning most of y'all, you're living out all your flaws, but you don't realize it. In that, your flaws remain, and the things you go through, they remain as well. But you don't know the connections in life to say, this problem that I keep having is tied into that flaw. The flaw can be an addiction, an insecurity, any kind of thing that make you not, sharp like you need be. And we be knowing when we not, on our thing like we should be. But this is where the emotion kick in. Meaning the woman in love with the dude that ain't doing right by her, she know it. But you get it? That emotion stays strong. And now she keep afflicting herself by making decisions when she's dealing with the person based on her emotions instead of the logic to say, you already showed me what you are, and I need to just get you out my system. You get it? You can become drunk on people or intoxicated. When y'all part, then you're going through withdrawal symptoms like a person addicted to any substance. And you gotta get my point? You want to be aware of the things you associate or attach yourself with, because like I said, you can become addicted or drunk off more than just substance. You can become addicted and drunk on people. And then when it's a split, now you're going through the withdrawal of that addiction. You get it? Trail Chris said we attract people according to how we feel. Attract people according to your flaws, not how you feel. A person's feelings probably change throughout the day, but their flaws are their flaws. Let's say you're an alcoholic. You are more than likely going to draw in other alcoholics. Why? Because the places you're going is where alcoholics go, which is the liquor store. Do you follow? Meaning it's not a magic trick thing, it's reality. Wherever the mind is, the physical vessel is going to be in the physical environments of the mindset. In that, you get it? Like that. And it has nothing to do with how they feel. It has to do with their flaw. The alcoholic could be the life of the party. But it wouldn't matter. The party gonna always be other alcoholics. In that, you get my point? It's not helpful to the alcoholic. All he has is other alcoholics around him. In that's what the whole day becomes. He get a mind to say, I ain't drinking today, but all his buddies drink. And so now when he come into contact with them, they like, here, drink with me, baby. It makes it too easy to fall down. Like that. A lot of y'all, you ain't get to that place where you grasp. It's not about me changing, but after I change, I got to change what's around me. Because everything around me is the construct of that flaw. They go with the flaw. So if anything, it's just going to draw me back into the flaw. Meaning our flaws kind of set up, I'm going to say like blocks, but our flaws set up construct a whole community. One flaw construct a whole community for you, and you get it? You shake that flaw, now the whole community draw you back to where you was. It kind of works in that way. You have to learn laws of attraction accurately. Meaning, what I'm explaining now has to do with the laws of attraction, but most of you guys learn laws of attraction however you do inaccurately. And so in that, when you're hearing this, you're like, oh, that's pretty deep. Not understanding this, just go with laws of attraction. And you learn it accurately. And so, try and grasp. Keep making beats and rapping, face tap. Make the best of your time. That's with everybody. You gotta make the best of your time. Otherwise, the time gonna make you. You get it? Make sure whatever you're doing, whatever ideas you have, they hold true. If they don't, you can't even be a trustworthy person. To those that love you. Let's say you were Christian. The ideals of Christianity is not based on any truth or honor. It's not based on balance or any of that. In that, you can't trust a Christian. They don't have honor. You get it? They're going on the brain of society. How can you trust somebody? You get my point? If you're lost, you're a Christian, right? So I say, Jesus gonna die for your sins. Is that before you came into life or when you die? I'll say it again for the slow. Jesus died for the sins of man. Is that before we came into physical life, or is that going to be after? Now, if you were Christian, that part, you lost. Like, I never thought of that. Bullshit talk. And according to y'all, God going to die whenever y'all need God to die, so God just y'all scapegoat. In that, the religion called the God a lamb, because that's what the God is. You get it? And it's not a reference I'm giving you or a cool metaphor I made up. There's a reason why the religion refers to the God as a lamb. Y'all don't understand that symbology. There's a reason why the God got a Christmas wreath with no leaves on it on his head. That part. What they say they put on his head? Thistles or thorns? Nigga, that's a wreath with no leaves on it. Christmas time shit. Remember, Jesus got to do with Christmas. Christ Mas. That's what Christmas is. I'm getting to that in a minute. Just giving y'all what y'all don't notice. This ain't stuff I can make up. Meaning it's a reason why your God is a lamb, or referenced as a lamb. It's a reason why the God got a leafless wreath on his head, spit on the face, on the cross like food. But if you ask a Christian these things, they don't know why. Never thought about it. And so you get my point? The reason that the God is a lamb and Christians refer to themselves as lambs, because it's like I said, infant souls. Meaning a Christian is just someone who has not matured as a soul. As a soul, they're still an infant. They can be manipulated, anything. In that, they don't have the answer to any of these questions. Meaning, if you ask a Christian right now, is God supposed to die before we came into this physical life or after? And that matters, because if he died before we came into physical life, then that means we fucked now. Right? Meaning, if God died for the sins of man, and this is how man's able to have physical life, then technically that already happened, and when you die now, that's on you. Right? Or maybe the God is going to die after everybody lives. Is that it? That part. Or how about it's just the God is a scapegoat for immature souls that cannot come to terms that they have to stand on their own feet at some point. Which one you think it is? Because it's the last one I said. It's because a Christian is too immature as a soul and not ready to stand on their own feet. And so they have all these scapegoat ideals. Meaning the God becomes their scapegoat. It's going to die for them before they come into existence, after, whenever they need. They don't even know. None of this is true. But do you get it? The mind is dependent on these ideals that make absolutely no sense, but it does to them because it gets them through, because they're immature. Their immaturity does not let them grasp the greater glory. They think that is the greater glory, that somebody died for them, which is despicable. But the mind's too immature to get that. You follow? And it's like a kid. Save me! They don't realize, blood, whoever's saving you, you help them, y'all both get out of there. They don't get that. They're just a kid. Save me. Whatever happened to you, they ain't think about that part. Don't have nothing to do with their kid brain. In that, how can you trust a Christian? Meaning, according to a Christian's logic, God is their all. And they have no problem with the shit that happened to this God. You get it? Meaning they the worst enemy of the God, but they view themselves as the people of the God. Really, like, a Christian believes that they are God's people. God loves them. They don't understand, man. Y'all are the people against God. Even according to the book, the Jews turned Jesus over to the Romans. This is Judaism and Christianity. Meaning y'all God was turned over to the Jewish people and the people responsible for Christianity. And they killed him. And these people are his enemies. the Jews, and the Christians. A Christian don't get that. They say, how is we the enemy of God? Because y'all the ones that walk around talking about God got beat up and gonna die for y'all. You're not somebody's buddy if you're talking about ugly shit gonna happen to them for you. Now they can't grasp that. And so I want to ask you yourself, ask yourself, when it come to you, you just a man. A Christian don't view a regular old man higher than they God. Now what happens when it comes to you? And they blaspheme you or disrespect you, but according to their mind, they ain't. That part. Meaning a Christian disrespect God. But according to their mind and logic, they not. Even though they are. And so do you get that? How can you trust a person like that? They don't have a mind to be able to acknowledge the difference from disrespect and respect. Somehow in their mind, they think that image of their God on a cross with spit on his face, a wreath with no leaves on it, a damn diaper on. They think that's a sign of respect. Even though anybody with a working mind would say, you don't leave no image of nobody that died like that. That's disrespectful. However you cut it, that is disrespectful. That part. In terms of God, God ain't physical. God can't be beat up and put on no cross and spit on. So you going way above, being disrespectful now. And this is what blasphemy was in the past. When you speak disrespect towards God, of course you can't do shit to God, so all you can do is, say stupid shit. Like he gonna die for my sins and he got beat up and put on a cross like a shish kebab. But do you get my point? None of that's true. That religion is set up to make people blaspheme God. It's deep. He said I'm funny. Be trying to be funny, Christians don't grasp it. There you go, history obscura. If your daddy got murdered with a knife, you're not gonna put a knife on your fucking neck. Talking about this, my Lord, you get it? If you really loved your God, you'd be troubled by the image. Like, yo, what the fuck is up with this stuff? They don't love God, they love themselves. That's what the religion is about. It's about selfish people. So the main ideal in the religion is that God gonna die for their sins, their wrong acts. You're not dealing with an honorable or balanced people, lest they wouldn't have fell into that. I'll say it again. They wouldn't have fell into that. Most of y'all fall into it because you're a follower. Your parents, this person, whoever it is, so you are. But no thought was put into it. Maybe they take care of you and now you feel forced to be. But do you get my point? That part. It's a net to catch the dishonorable. When you understand the religion and you understand it's a Loki, this is a net to catch dishonorable people. If they got caught by it, you don't have to question if they're dishonorable. They would not have got caught by it. Meaning this goes beyond God. This is a compass for you. Say, man, my mama a Christian. All right. Still is what it is. Otherwise, you explain to me ask her what's honorable about what's said in the religion. And when you come to see, it don't matter how much sense you make and how much sense she don't. She gonna keep saying whatever she's saying, like she on the program. When you come to realize that, like that. When it come time for her to be there for you, she live a program. Get it? Some of y'all mamas have disowned y'all because they a Christian and you ain't. They forgot to make sure that all the ideals in the religion is true. The religion is based on a belief, a hope, a faith. meaning it hasn't revealed itself as a truth yet. This is what the belief in the faith part is for. But they signed you off and already carrying on like it's the truth. Judging you because you not an ideal that they don't even know is true yet. Like that. You can't trust a Christian. Their brain ain't on no logical sense. Some of y'all mamas disowned you. Now you make sense of that. She went against you for something she picked up in this world. You know that. Everybody learned about Christianity from being born into this world. Nobody's seen God or none of these events. We all just got the story. That part. She went against you for a story that she picked up in life, but according to her logic, it's deeper than that. Even though it ain't. She a snake. You follow? Meaning she of the world. Now that's the hardest thing for most people to come to terms with. But it's the truth. You get it? Think on that. Especially if your mama or somebody disowned you because of their religion. That part. Now again, these same people don't care if the God hung up on the cross, beat up and killed. Because it's for them according to their mind. In that, when they die, and let's say they see God, listen closely. And y'all all die, Christians. And God come. Who y'all think gonna kill God? A Christian is against God. Again, if we all die right now, when God come, who you think gonna kill God? Who believe God is to die for their sins? The Christian. So now when the God getting strung up by whoever and about to be killed, this all goes into their ideal. In that, they not going to intercede for God and say, no, don't do that. They going to let it happen. That part. Now, is God coming? No. But they are going to go to places they do not want to. Meaning the Christian have not took a time to think on how dishonorable they are. And the extent of that religion. Meaning that religion or the book is a test against man's honor. But y'all not wise enough to know the extent of what's being tested in itself. Meaning it's thorough. You see how I'm speaking in this thorough where you like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to get out of this debate of my being wrong against God. He'd be smoking me right now. There's at levels y'all don't even see. You get it? Meaning this is beyond my intellect. But do you grasp? A Christian is an awful thing. But it's normal. So y'all truly don't get when I'm telling y'all about Christianity, what I'm telling y'all. That part. I got family members that's Christians, or they pretend to be, because all Christians, they don't follow nothing. They no different than a regular person. They just say they a Christian. But in regards to them, doing anything a regular person do, they do. And so you get my point? Now I have to use the restroom right quick. I apologize. Drinking all this water. Give me a moment. Anyone wants to give back? Click the description. I don't think my links is up, but somebody put them up. That's suede. Remember I said y'all ever seen a white suede Air Force One? It only look white from the far back. Now where was that? I'm a legend. I forgot to tell y'all that. He said my mama snitched on me to the judge in court before. Most people have ideals they picked up from their life and they don't realize, you get it? How immoral they are. And so you get my point? Most people don't take the time to. And so most Christians ain't taking the time to think on things. They're more concerned with looking down. And that every Christian that ever heard me speak, you get it? They grasp. But now they still have their real reality, which is all they peoples as Christians that they cool with and they want to be down. They don't want to take the chance to say, nah, I can't let us go out like that. I grasp what that man's saying. We about to fuck ourselves over, man. I'm not about to just stand here. Fuck that. If niggas got to hate me, fuck it. But I gotta try. Most of y'all just let each other go down the drain. That's why I say you can't trust a Christian. Even the one that grasped, he let the other go down the drain. Because he said, now I want to still be appeasing to him. Like that. And so, it's not that I have anything against Christians. The religion is a net to catch the dishonorable. And that, I'm not going to argue with what's what. You get my point? If I make up a strategy to catch dishonorable people, you don't need to argue with those that get caught and be like, no, but blood made that thing and you fell for it. And it's a trick all the time. So it's a simple trick. They show the God all beat up and disrespected. They will figure at some point an honorable person gonna question that and say, why my God got to die for sins? Sins ain't even good. Why do my God got to die for my sins? Why is my God up on a cross all beat up and spit on? And who's leaving imageries of people like that? Hella men die in this life, but ain't nobody leaving them with their head blowed off. So why is my God being left with images of him on the cross with a diaper on and shit? Don't pop in their mind to do that. Because they don't care about no God. You think somebody really care about something they heard of? You think when a Christian is professing they love to Jesus Christ, they mean it? You really think somebody could fall in love with just a name and an idea? That part, you looking at the pinnacles of fake and phony. It's what you looking at. Once you come to see the religion is a lie, it's based on a certain thing. To catch liars, then all the foolishness you see them doing, it become crystal clear. Damn. Low as hell. Meaning man is a liar. We speak in mankind. History Obscura said that's a man's shoe. You can tell it's masculine. Weird as hell. Oh, y'all talking about the damn shoes. I'm sitting here lost. What the fuck is talking about? Talking about swag coming out of New York. I'm a legend. I tell you, I'm a legend. Whatever y'all doing, y'all got that shit from me. Y'all just don't know yet. I'm this shit behind the door, like, and the best come get they swag from me. Jeez, what should I wear I set them straight. Because that's what I do. It's a deep thing. Now, let's get back to the deep. I should give them shits away, right? Right here live. Let me think of a good question. Anybody can answer it and get them. What's up? Let's come down. I'm old. I don't really get nothing out of that. You get it? The sneakers and all that shit. It don't make my blood go nowhere like when I was younger. Get some new kicks. You know how that feel. A long time went by and I ain't buy no new shoes, so then I'll just buy some. You get it? You don't want to get too lost and attached to the old. Even if it's still new looking, old things are old things. You get my point? And you want to always be moving ahead, if that makes sense to you, mentally and emotionally. And I have certain clothes, certain things. It may not be old yet. And I'm not saying to get rid of it. But I'm saying being as though it's not old, you have not bought anything new or any new replacement. Like that. Buy new replacements for old things, even if the old things are not old. You get it? Just keep the mind and the spirit going forward. I'm trying to make it as clear as I can for some of y'all to grasp. It's the same with people. You have to add on new friends, new perspectives. It's not about getting rid of the old, but you know, some of the old will fall to the sides, but you get it? You can't get stuck. Gotta continue to move and live forward. So try and grasp. Now, Christians, like I said, if you know somebody that's a Christian, you better understand what you're dealing with. Meaning on a mental level, the type of person you're dealing with. It wouldn't matter how much you love them, but that's the reality. They belong to the world. And so whatever society's brain says is what they're gonna go with. And if that go against you, they gonna go against you. This is why some of y'all mamas, you get it, cut y'all off for that religion. You wasn't blending in with, you get it? That little goofy environment, she trying to look like whatever she trying to look like in. And so you get it? That only happened because she got an ideal that she don't have to be fair, make any sense. Now, is a God gonna die for her or something like that? It's an ideal. It got to do with one being a child. And can't stand on their own too. So they say Jesus carried me. They did everything that could show you they're a baby on an intellectual level. The religion expresses it. So they say like Jesus carried them when they can't walk. A whole bunch of stuff that got to do with like a baby. And their God is a lamb. Meaning their God is a scapegoat for them. In terms of ideals, this God is going to keep them safe. And if they fuck up, they could just pray and get it. They have not snapped into reality. You do wrong, you receive wrong. You do right, you receive right. You have to balance everything out. You can't cry to somebody to come save you because you made a fucked up mistake. You breaking the law, you end up in jail, you praying to God. Why? God can't change the balance. Nothing bigger than the pocket. That's the balance. Even your God got an opposing force, the devil. So nothing bigger than the pocket. Meaning, can't nothing save you from your own imbalances. That part. And when you become mature, you realize that it doesn't matter what idea you want to hold on to. Nothing's going to go into your imbalances with you. And life is a total balance. And so everything will be balanced at some point. Meaning if you're doing wrong, everything will be balanced at some point. If you live in a lie, everything will be balanced out at some point. You get it? That's why I said y'all living now and y'all could see and y'all could talk to whoever y'all need to. When y'all die, I know you like to believe I'ma see my grandmama in heaven. You ain't never gonna see nobody again. You here to see them now. Outside of that, you gonna see them in your fucking head. Same way you see them in your head when you dreaming and they wherever they at. Unless you actually think your grandmama's a dead soul waiting in the waiting room for you. That part. You think your dead grandmama is sitting in the waiting room of death? That part. And I don't understand dream and how the mind works in the self. In that y'all have all these false ideals that are gonna become slaps in y'all face. And this is all a lie is. A slap in the fucking face. You a Christian right now, you're fried. Slaps in the face. What truth be when your ass lost and alive. And so a lot of false ideas y'all have and lies y'all believe in, they gonna be the slaps in y'all face to crush your whole reality. We not speaking while you're physical, we speaking about in death. A lot of y'all got a perspective of or an ideal of what's gonna happen to you when you die. And when that ideal or perspective that you thought was gonna happen don't, that's gonna crush your soul. The same way you get crushed in physical existence. And that's all it's gonna take to send you spiraling into hell. This is the fires of self. You know, when the emotional state is all fucked up. Y'all dreams is a result of y'all emotional state. If the emotional state is fucked up, the dream will be a nightmare. If the emotional state is good, the dream will be a pleasure. So it's the same in death. Whatever accord y'all die on emotionally, and wherever the mind is, this helps to create the afterlife or the after. Most people don't understand this. And that, all the lies and false ideals they have in their mind like that. If you're wondering, what does it matter if I got lie in my mind and shit like that? It matters when it don't come to play out for you. Especially in a moment of death. What's more of a slap in the face than that? What's more to crush a soul than that? That part. You die, you say, God gonna come and get me, and that don't happen. You just left in your darkness. Because you've been alive for 80 years seeing. Now you gonna sit for 80 years in the darkness. That's balance. It's fair. That part. Slapping your whole face. Enough to make you spiral out of control and die as a soul. Meaning y'all don't know the extent of the lies y'all live. When y'all accept them and act like they real. There's the end of the lie. Which is the truth falling on one, and that crushes them. And so again, you got balance in life. A lot of y'all better grasp that. I know you know. Probably got a mind and say, well, why we gotta be sitting in darkness for 80 years, man? That's torture. Seeing ain't. If you make the best of your seeing, get through your darkness. Most people, they racking up emotional problems. And so you get it? That's going to make for the fires in their darkness. They're sitting there and burn. Kind of like if you were Christian and you sitting there right now with the screwed up face, burn. Burn. And that ain't on nobody. When I break down Hebrew, and the Hebrews is all burnt and angry, that's their end result. They don't get that. That burn ain't from me. That burn from what I said. And what I said is the truth. And that's the flames gonna smack the shit out them when they die. And so you get my point? The soul has to mature. In that, the soul can make the best of its physical life. The soul living false ideals, soul running around, you get it? Most of y'all like, I ain't got no purpose. Because the ideals in the head is all lie. Face Tat said, when a person die, they are born into one of their dreams over and over. In that, you keep losing people and eventually be the last standing. But really never be the last. You're quite wise, champ. I like you. Seem like you actually grasp. What he just said is deep. In a nutshell, to give y'all the perfect aspect, he's basically saying when you die, you're going to keep going into your dreams. The same way y'all wake up and go into unconscious, well, your physical going to be gone, but you still can wake up like you do in dream. So when you go unconscious or die, you could still wake back up like you do when you dream. And that'll be your real reality. You get it? And so man gonna keep waking up and going out, waking up into his afterlife a dream. And as it fades, he will lose people in these dreams. Like, until he waking up in his dream and it ain't nobody left. In that moment, he realized, oh shit, I died. Remember I did a video where I said, how long before you know you dead? Like that. In that moment, he realized, oh shit, I died and this has all been my afterlife. In that moment, his afterlife turned into the abyss, darkness. Because now he grasped where he at. His mind ain't playing tricks on himself. All he been living and seeing is just his mind and the immaturity of it. So he's living out his daydreams and shit like that because he don't want to deal with the reality, which is he have a darkness that he have to transcend. And he gonna sit in that bitch till he do. You get it? Meaning I have an awakened mind, a dream state mind, and an unconscious darkness. And this is all with self. And until you shave that unconsciousness, meaning until you transcend it, it's going to always be with you. It's going to be the cause of your being in darkness at some point in your existence. And so, awake and dark, or light and dark, and the balance between them. And so, truth is sometimes things you don't want to hear. If you hear this and you say, man, I don't like how that sounds, soul is too immature. So life gonna always be rough for you. Had you been balanced, you would see the beauty in it. That part. But you can't. You like light. So you get my point? Darkness your enemy. When you get to a place where you above these things and you above opposition, nothing won't bother you. Darkness are light. Life is life. And you are that life. You follow? It wouldn't matter if you was in darkness or in the light. It wouldn't matter if you had no arms to move or arms to move. You are that light. That part. And so, man have to grow till he grasps. Peace and wisdom, Face Tat. Like I said, man, you kind of wise, champ. You seem like you one of the people that been tuning in here actually grasping. I might have to let you into the, one of the pricing plans for free. Those that truly come to grasp, I ain't gonna stand in your way. I don't want to get your wisdom. History Obscura said, I'm currently researching Aztec calendar, the first king Montezuma, the relations to the Pleiades, The nautilus shell represents the frequency of life. Any knowledge on these subjects? Yeah, you're completely lost. The Aztecs calendars, they have to do with the solar body or the universal body and its progress after conception. Our whole reality is dependent on the conception and coming along of a greater body that all is in, if that makes sense. And everybody's time and everything you could think of ties into this being and its coming along after its conception. And so sperm cell get egged and you got all those cells living inside of it as the being is developing in the womb. Like that. Think like a universal sized body being conceived and now it's evolving in womb. And all the life forms in it, you get it? It's like the cells, molecules, atoms within this being and their existence and everything is tied into that. And so Mayans are keeping track, or the ancient Mayans, your Aztecs, their calendar systems have to do with that. They do have a regular calendar system for, civilians and whatnot, but for the most part it has to do with that. The keeping track of the universal body. And it's coming along. This is where you get all your events that y'all read about in things like the coming of the Christ and all that. And so time is not real, like I always told y'all. Y'all are time. Time have to do with the menses cycle. The time y'all have is fake. So y'all days, you get it? Meaning they control y'all time. Y'all think like, you get it? I don't know how to explain it. I don't see how y'all don't get that. Before man started keeping track of time, he wasn't. Then let's say he made an instrument, this instrument count the seconds. So now he convinced all other men to live on this time. You follow? In that, he could slow the time down, speed the time up, do whatever he want. They all lost under his sorcery. Like how y'all are now. If I ask you how you know it's actually whatever time it is, because I can't see the time. That part, you don't. All you know is according to your clock, it is. Now, if I ask you how you know they didn't speed up between 5 and 6 and make it only a half an hour, how would you know? Well, y'all wouldn't. You say, I got my own phone and my own watch. It's digital and shit. It's controlled like any digital thing. What if they just speed everybody's? When the time change come in, y'all phones and y'all devices update on their own. Right? Okay, like I said, what if they just speed up between 5 and 6 and just make it a half an hour? But keep y'all phone devices and everything in queue. How would y'all know that y'all only had 23 and a half hours today? How about they do that with every hour and y'all only got 12, 13 hours and thought that was a whole 24-hour day? Like that. Y'all wouldn't know. Babylon shit. Meaning they put all the sorcery on the civilians of the cities as they're building them. And so y'all learn time and how to keep track of time, but this ain't real. It's just made up. 1, 2. Who's to say how much time is in between 1, 2? What if I decide I want to speed mine up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is in life to tell you that's inaccurate? Meaning life don't every hour be like, it's 1. That part. I'm making a point so you can see. They got y'all lost on fake time. In that, they could shorten y'all days, longen them. Usually shorten them. So if you was ever thinking like, damn, the time seemed like it's going faster. It is. But that ain't got nothing to do with life itself. Just the time cycles you on. And so you have to grasp Happy New Year has nothing to do with one's birthday. You wasn't born on the New Year. You was born whatever day you was. And so a person cannot say happy birthday or happy New Year. Now, in terms of your birthday, you're right. If you mean it from that perspective, meaning your birthday is a new year for you. But there's no year. It's just the same day every day. But you get it? But I get what you're saying now. From that perspective, yeah. Now, on a deeper level of thought, ain't no year. It's just the same day every day. You can count that same day 365 times and then say, I'm going to stop there. Like that. Why they didn't make the year 400 days? I mean, they taken from never-ending days, meaning they just repeating the same day over and over. So why they ain't just make it 300 days? Like that. It's all bullshit. Y'all lost in numerology, which is, y'all calendar, y'all numbers, and all that stuff. Y'all think it's real. History Obscura said nobody knows unless you use the stars and the planets to tell time. The stars don't tell you time. You see my point? Y'all don't make sense. The sun and the moon is what tells you time. Meaning if you understand the position of the sun throughout the day, that's what's going to tell you what hour it is. Not no star in the sky. The stars have to do with the months. You get my point? Meaning y'all so wise, y'all don't even know what the hell y'all be talking about. That part. You can tell the time of the day by the color of the sun. Even if you can't see its positioning, every hour is a different color. Like that. Y'all are not learning things right. Y'all learning things wrong. And that, when I'm explaining deep things, the conclusions y'all come to be y'all wrong. You get it? And that you say you could tell the time from the stars. There ain't no time to tell. That's the point I'm trying to show y'all. Y'all so brainwashed in y'all numerology. Once a man say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that ain't nothing. That's what y'all time is. Whoever was the first person to think to do that and then make a system to keep track of whatever he say the time is, y'all on that. But he could speed it up or slow it down. Y'all wouldn't know. Y'all on his time and whatever he say. Like that. In that, they could speed y'all days up, slow y'all days down. Y'all wouldn't know. Y'all lost on numerology. Like that. Now, in terms of the sun, y'all not looking at the sun. Most of y'all don't know you could tell the time of the day with the sun. But every day ain't sunny. So in that, you get it? That part. It's not for you to keep track of time unless you a goddamn slave that gotta go on lunch or some shit. Other than that, why you keeping track of time? Do kids keep track of time, or do you got to call them out the window like, get your ass in the house, I told you? Like that. They living, so they not keeping track of no time don't exist to no kid. You gotta go out there and just grab their ass up and beat their ass. And say, I gave you the watch so you could see the time. But they didn't look. Because they wouldn't care what time it is. Like that. Until that kid get brainwashed into society, like y'all, where it pays attention to time and believes in it. So the kid have a life. He said Gregory and Pythagoras made it. The sun is a star. Salam, shalom. The sun is a star, but you wasn't talking about the sun. You was talking about the stars. I'm saying that because you get it? This is the part where you gonna get your feelings hurt for playing like you dumb. You feel a little butt hurt for whatever reason. You get my point? Now you playing word games like the sun is a star, but you wasn't talking about that individual star. You was talking about the stars that make for the constellations, that make for the months. That's exactly what you were speaking about. Otherwise, you would have said the sun. Right? Now you silent. Like that. Some of y'all don't have truth and honor with you to say like, yeah, you right. I was just trying it. I was trying to see if I had an angle to maybe slide out and be right. But I'm going to read your comment again so you can see. You said nobody knows unless you use the stars and the planets to tell time. You wasn't talking about the sun. You was talking about astrology, numerology. You get it? The positioning of the constellations and how we tell the times of the month. Now you tell me if that's what you was truly talking about, or if you was really just talking about the sun. I'm talking to History Obscura. Was you talking about the sun, or was you truly talking about the stars, constellations, and all that? Please don't take forever to answer. I'm just reading your questions, History Obscura. You're kind of lost, you know? History Obscura said, so using the stars and the astrological signs, it won't tell you that it's different from the 14th century, 15th century, 16th century. The sun is a star, so you do use a star to tell time. You see how they talking around it? That's the low life shit that I don't like. Again, you said, so using the stars and astrological signs, it won't tell you the difference in the 14th century, 15th century. But we talking about hours of the day. I said if they speed up the clock on y'all, they could make y'all days shorter or longer. So we talking about hours of the day. Because you said the wrong thing and spoke about the stars in the sky, and I said you could tell the time by the sun, not the stars in the sky. That's how you tell the time of the month. Because you don't want to acknowledge, okay, you're right. Now you're talking yourself into a stupor. To where I could say you're fucking stupid. Again, you talking about 14th century, 15th century now, but we talking about the days. That part. He said, nobody is sour. Keep talking, bro. Only people who get sour are the ones who didn't get no ass whooping growing up. He said, if I read more into his comments, I'll grasp more. You are how someone becomes stupid. You get it? Meaning you stuck now thinking that you have to prove that I misunderstood something. Even though I'm sure everybody watching, they clear. You said the wrong thing. Meaning you had the limited understanding, and now you're trying to talk your way around it as if I'm not wise enough to catch what you're doing. Meaning you're doing all this unnecessary writing when all you have to do is say you're right. I was thinking about the stars in the sky and the planets and all of that. I wasn't thinking about the sun. That part. But you gonna carry on. If you read further into my comments, if you listen to what I say, you'll realize I don't need to listen to nothing you talking about. You still got a lie with you. You get it? And you see how when the brother said what he said, face tap, he said a person could say happy birthday or happy new year. I misread it. So I'm telling him, no, you don't. But the moment I realized, no, I read that wrong. He's basically saying your birthday is like a new year. Then I acknowledged that. I said, no, I get what you're saying. You're right. Then went on to what I was saying. You see how you not acknowledging nothing. You just carrying on like I misunderstood. Or if I read deeper into your comment, I'll get something. You was wrong. It's that simple. That part. Now, the constellations up above, they don't tell you no time or nothing. You lost into society. If I ask you who named the continents and what are you talking about? That part. So you use the constellations to tell the month. But those were named. That part. The same way your day and your week was named Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You trying to find the truth in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's a lie. That's made up. I mean in that way. Y'all trying to find truth through y'all false ideals. You trying to make sense of time by false aspects of it. Your time. This is why when you go out, I'm still awake on my time and your time went out. And then you wake up whenever you do and I might be knocked out. That part. Nobody's on nobody's time. Everybody's their own time. When you die, you die. It don't have nothing to do with my time. You're lost in clock and curriculum. In that, you can't see the greater glory, which is you just stuck in one day. And you're the time that's aging and coming and going. Nothing else. Still ain't acknowledged that. History obscura, I'm gonna need you to get your emotional state together. Meaning when you come to my channel, you acknowledge when you wrong if you got all that energy to put down a whole bunch of shit. Or you get the fuck off my channel. I definitely don't play with that, and I don't want none of you niggas to ever think I do. Don't ever disrespect me in that way, nigga. And so you better be acknowledging what I showed you. Because I know you're not fucking stupid and you comprehend. And so if you could talk your way around the point, acknowledge when you fucking wrong. Otherwise, get the fuck lost. That's when I put hands on niggas. Don't play with me like that. Y'all get too comfortable with y'all dumb. You follow? You got everything to say wrong, but when you not wrong, y'all go quiet and retarded. I don't play that. Champ, I'm not playing with you. You better get your fucking brain together. I didn't misread nothing, nigga. You wasn't talking about the sun. You said what you said, which was stars and planets. The stars and planets ain't got nothing to do with telling the time of the day. You dumb motherfucker. This is where you getting respect going in. Don't ever play with me on some shit once I tell you I'm not playing with you. You get the fuck off my channel or you acknowledge when you wrong. I ain't read shit wrong, nigga. I read your shit a bunch of times. I can't stand when a nigga try to keep carrying on like somebody stupid. Don't ever insult my intelligence, nigga. Once I tell you I'm fully aware what you doing, you think I'm telling you that because I'm playing with you? In real life, I would have fucked you up in front of everybody. I would have punched skin off your forehead, nigga, and did you horrible. And it is that serious. That part. If your ass is a goofy, you don't need to never come to my channel. I don't carry on with bozos. I live balanced. If you right, you could be right. When you wrong, you better have the same fucking energy. Meaning you better open your mouth up just as fast and say, yeah, you right. That way I know your brain and emotional state still working. Once I see it ain't, you get the fuck on. But we ain't having a conversation. You could suck dick like your mother did, you fucking prostitute brain fool. Nigga still commenting like I'm playing with him or something. You a fucking clown just like the people that raised you, nigga. It ain't nothing worse than a dick sucker that can't never be wrong. Like I said, I gave you an example when I realized I read his comment wrong. I acknowledged that. Meaning if I read your comment wrong, you stupid fuck, you wouldn't have had to tell me to acknowledge nothing. I already showed you that I do that on my own. Too stupid to grasp all the references being given to you because you just want to run your fucking mouth. Because you convince yourself you look smart in some moment, but you didn't. You just a dumb motherfucker. And your mama probably ain't take the time. And fuck your mother, nigga. Your grandmother, everybody in your family. Meaning I don't got rules. Once I don't fuck with you and I don't like you, nigga, fuck your kids. Don't get on my bad side if you got a problem with that. There ain't nothing I hate worse than a lying motherfucker talking circles around shit. I come from a life where you be solid, nigga. Man, respect that. If you wrong, you wrong. If you could stand on it and say, nah, I was wrong, you get it? I ain't trying to bullshit talk around a circle. Men respect that. Men don't respect no motherfucker talking around circles, trying to convince you to go with they wrong. What the fuck is me going with the dumb shit you saying gonna do for me or anybody here? That part. Stupid niggas in the daytime. Some of y'all need to not come in my channel. You think I live some politically correct. Once you lose my respect, you get cursed the fuck out and talked to like dirt. And it stay like that. You don't even never need to come back. You a whole fucking clown. Whoever take offense to what I'm saying, you could slide the fuck out too. It's that simple. Y'all got all the catering and all the reaching for the lowest shit in the world, and I see y'all doing it daily. That part. Y'all got all the excuses for the low, wondering why life low. Cause y'all got every excuse for low life shit. But y'all ain't got nothing for what's solid. That part. And so in y'all reality, y'all think truth and wisdom got to do with you talking around points. Wisdom got to do with if you got a point, you got one, and if you don't, just shut the fuck up. That part. Salam, shalom, Lion Zion. Some people stupid, man. Some of y'all don't understand y'all lies and the games y'all play. That is disrespect. A lot of y'all childish minded. You think disrespect got to do with somebody cursing you out or putting their hands on you. Disrespect is as simple as a motherfucker lying to you when you a grown-ass man and a woman. Because that lie could be your life. And you gonna take it like that. That part. And so, come in this bitch when you're grown and you got your brain together. Because a lot of y'all get cursed the fuck out and you think things ain't that serious. No, you just ain't serious. You a whole bozo. And so a lot of y'all better learn what a man and a woman is. Measure up to that. Stop talking your way out of shit all the time and trying to talk around points. If you right, you right. When you wrong, ain't nothing wrong with that either. It's only wrong when you trying to talk around this shit and play mind games on niggas. That's when the person know they can't deal with you, you unreasonable. If they ever bring something to your attention that you wrong on in regards to them, this what you gonna do. Meaning if that person did me wrong some kind of way and didn't realize it, and we was good buddies, and I brought it to his attention, yo, you boom, 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 boom. You know what he would do? What y'all seen. Overlooking you already did what you did wrong to the person. That's a disrespect right there. Now you talking around it after they bringing it to you. They could have dusted your ass off or just did you wrong how you did. But they brought it to your attention out of love. Yo, you did wrong. Now you're going to talk around it? That part. And this is why most of y'all supposed to bang got your ass dusted off. Not by me. We talking in real life. You do that. You disrespect people by doing your bullshit. Then when they bring it to you, you like to talk around the point or run away from the convo. And a person like that don't learn till you dust their ass off. Meaning some of y'all got to actually get damn near killed before you get my point? Your brain on a functioning level. It's not about you doing whatever you want or saying whatever dumb shit you want. And so hopefully some of y'all grasp. And hopefully that dick sucker don't ever come back again. Face Tat Dread said, my patience too low. I be done went off like you. But I be too disrespectful. I'm violent. Some people stupid, man. Y'all need to stop having all the fucking, you get it? When you see people like how he is, y'all need to let them have that work. That's the problem in the daytime. A lot of y'all ain't getting completely chumped the fuck off like you supposed to. Your whole neighborhood supposed to been cursed you out. In that manner. That part. In that y'all be carrying on with y'all stupidity. Doing that shit with people that don't even come from your times. That's some dumb shit from this times. I'm not from these times. You gonna get hurt playing that shit with me. From my times, you want a problem. Otherwise, you explain to me what the fuck you doing then, nigga, when you sitting here bullshit talking me to death. What you doing, insulting my intelligence? I'm a retard? What are you insinuating? Like that. Meaning a young person in the daytime don't get that. Your bullshit talk mean one of the three, and that's why you gonna get fucked up. Meaning most young people in the daytime, they have a fight or a problem because of a miscommunication. And the miscommunication lie in them trying to avoid their wrongs, talking in circles. Once you're wrong, that means you did something already. You don't add on to that by, you get it? Talking around it. If you come to know I'm wrong, it's best you stand on that and say, oh, my fault. That's the best thing you can do. If you step on somebody's foot, the best thing you could do is acknowledge it. Oh, I stepped on your foot. I'm sorry. You don't step on their foot and then wait till they have to tell you like, yo, you stepped on my foot. Now you get naggy like, oh, I'm sorry. It ain't that deep. That's how y'all carry it in the day. Meaning I've seen that happen. Y'all not aware of yourselves, stepped on the old man's foot, and when he said something, you caught a whole little attitude attack. And I was there like, I should dust your ass off. I didn't. Meaning I ain't involved myself, ain't nothing to do with me, but I was ready to for the old man. I was ready to dust homeboy off. Like, why you talking to him like that? You already stepped on his fucking foot. How you step on the old man's foot, and now you got an attitude because he got to tell you to say sorry. That part. A lot of y'all live like that in the day. Where it's damn near impossible to deal with you. It's just a matter of dusting your ass off. Because you ain't got no act right. You ain't got no wrong. You can never be wrong. And so a lot of y'all better work on that. That's going to be your death. Meaning that part of your pride and ego, that I can't be wrong, it's going to be your death. If you lost and you like, man, you can't be wrong. I already gave the example of how I address shit when I'm wrong. Meaning a brother made a comment before him. I acknowledged I read his comment wrong on my own. He didn't have to say anything. So if that's what you about to pull for, to say, no, you be doing that, I don't do nothing y'all do. I ain't got no problem with acknowledging if I did something wrong. Now, I ain't delicate, nigga. That part. Y'all like bozos. I don't be dealing with motherfuckers like that. I really want to dust a nigga off now. Like, I'm like that. If you wondering, like, why you carrying on? Because I really want to fuck the nigga up right now. Just so he could see for himself. We ain't never even have to have no convo. I could have beat whatever I say into you, nigga, and make you do what I say. That part. A lot of y'all forget that aspect of things. You all following teachers, they weak. A nigga get his ass dusted off, he gonna say whatever he told. You following a weak ass nigga, you can't trust his words. What happens when he crease and fold up? That part. Now y'all got teachers in the daytime that y'all follow. These little groups y'all got. Mind you, the whole leader of the group is a whole coward. That part. What happened when he got folded up? Yeah, you don't know about that part. Teaching y'all and saying shit that he supposed to say. Not what he wanna say. And so most of y'all lost on that. Politic talk. You learning from the politically correct. But you overlook you can't trust a politically correct talking person. When you dealing with wisdom, the last thing you want to do is deal with a politically correct. That part. That's a whole programmed brain fool that's going to tell you anything they told to be told. God forbid somebody threaten their money or their life. They will tell you anything. And so that's the first thing I always keep in mind when I'm dealing with any man, any group, anything. Is the leader and the people are part of it solid. Otherwise, you niggas will say anything y'all told to. And so if I'm tuning in for truth, how I know you gonna give me truth? How I know somebody ain't threaten you and tell you to say this? That's where most of y'all at. And whoever you following, they been compromised. That part. Said you look at life like a spectrum. Just as good as I can be to a person, I can be just as evil. Shalom, shalom. If you low, I don't like you. I don't want to hold you. I ain't got no problem with mistakes. I got a problem with the carrying on. You can make any mistake you want. Now, can you stand on it and be man and say, damn, I fucked up, I see your point, and that we can move together. You get it? It's when you make a mistake and then you can't. Now I got the question, do you even get it? Am I going to have this problem with you again? And again? And again? Or do you get it on your own? And so when I question somebody about something, it got to do with that. If you snake me or do anything and I grew up with you or this or that, and I question you on something, it's to see if you get it. If you get where you went wrong, then we good. If you talking around it, then I get like I'm gonna have this problem out of you again. Cause you ain't even really to acknowledge that you grasped you was wrong. So if you fuck me over again, what I'ma say? You a snake? Nah, blood already made it clear to you his brain don't work. And whatever you view as snake and he don't. So that part. Meaning if I question you on something, be straight. Otherwise, remember what I said from jump. If you know your ass ain't, don't come around me. You asking to get punched in the mouth. That's in real life. On here, you asking to get cursed out. In real life, you gonna get punched in your mouth. Because I didn't ask you to come, you get it? I ain't asked you to talk to me to begin with. So the last thing you need to be doing is trying to push lies on me. You get it? Convince me this thing or that thing. You speak to me straight and that's that. When you get there in life where you can do that, you could come get with me. Meaning most people ain't solid enough to deal with me. They still got a little goofy ass shit with them. And I'm like how most of y'all need to be. Not tolerating it. Because that's what make things linger on. Meaning most of y'all are lost in y'all ways because the people around y'all gave you all the rope you need to linger on until it become a character. Not just a little mistake or flaw, it's your character now. You think it's okay because it been okay all this time. And so, come here solid. Like I said, I teach deep wisdom. And so, this ain't entertainment to me. You disrespected my mom when you carrying on. Interfering with my motherfucking growth and shit. And so hopefully y'all grasp. I know y'all got y'all fake shit going on where you get it. All this fake talk. I ain't with none of that. So you tune in here, the nigga get cursed out, you just kick back. Make sure you on my side of the cursing out. If you not, and you feel like, nah, I'll take their side, you can get the fuck out of here. Don't receive nothing from me if you ain't on my side. Meaning you got to explain that to people in the daytimes. If you a snake, get on. I don't want to hear your logic. You get it? Nigga will try to explain to you how they on your side while taking up for others. Get the fuck on. Some of y'all got that problem in your real life now. Niggas that's supposed to be with you always trying to take the next nigga's side. Because they a whole coward. You get it? You don't want to stand tall on certain shit. Get them out of there. That shit's real. And I done been through a lot. I could tell you any scenario. That's something that y'all got heavy in the daytime. And so, get people like that away from you. Or you might end up like Face Tat Dread, you know, with a slug in the head. Said my friends used to call me Steve-O from Jackass because I had too much heart. Now I got too much logic. We live in a time where a lot of y'all, you found yourself online, so I get it. I don't be dealing with them types though. Where you watch online all day, never had no life, and then you just created this character that you are from shit you seen online. I don't deal with your kind. You get it? I'm authentic. I know your kind and the real. I mean, a lot of y'all too young to grasp that. People got eyeballs, man. Some of us got eyeball work. You that fake shit, and you get it? You carrying on like niggas can't. You that fake fraud weird shit. That new shit. I don't want nothing to do with it. You come before me, nigga, you better start locking into old school morals. You could live the new times, but you better have some of that old. You get it? You better have some of that before your time locked into your thing. That way, whatever you building up on your new morals, they stay in line with the old ones. I'm from that cloth. The morals I live by, they match my daddy's in them from their time. And they morals match those that came before them. The morals ain't the same, but it match. Meaning if you dig up any nigga older than me, 55 or up, they're all gonna tell you, no, he talking real shit. We did teach them little niggas that way. Meaning if you 55 and 60, 45 and you got a problem with me, you a clown. Y'all instilled this into my age generation, that you be solid and shit like that. And so what y'all did that for then? If y'all was gonna turn around and be fake like the fake niggas now. That part. I'ma say it again, you got a bunch of y'all on here that's older. You ain't tell no young nigga when you was my age or younger what I'm saying now. That part you did. I'm that young nigga. That part. Whatever morals I lived by in my day, they was in line with those that was before me. Meaning it might be different, but it ain't different. It's the same. It's just more adjusted to the times, but it's still the same bump. And so a lot of y'all need to learn that. Get in line with some type of morals. Otherwise, you be all over life, you know, like a bozo. Peace and wisdom, Lion Zion. I wouldn't dust off no student. He not my student. He a op. Meaning the nigga I cursed out, that's what you call a op. A nigga around you that always want to go back and forth even when he wrong. You got a friend like that right now? You better explain to this nigga, blood. You better decide if we friends or you a op. Cause you always seem like you think that's your glory to go against me. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You like, damn, I do got a friend like that. Nigga be desperate to go against me. You better check that shit immediately. Or tell that nigga to go on your way, blood. Cause you gonna be my op. You too fucking desperate. And so, some of y'all, you got to learn, man. Whoever you with, that's who you with. And that's that right there. So you make sure whoever you rocking with, they solid. Meaning they live by honor and a balance. Otherwise, whoever you rocking with, you got to go with what they going with. If they don't live no honor, you got to hold them down, nigga. You pick them as your people. That's why I say pick who you gonna roll with right. Otherwise, you got to hold your own down. You can't say they dishonorable. Well, what the fuck you hang with them every day for then? Now when it's time for you to put in some work or hold them down, now you a saint? It don't work like that. Meaning, if you mess with disloyal and dishonorable people, and when they require you to do something, you like, nah, y'all ain't honorable, and you all run into the honorable side looking for assistance, hopefully they don't assist you. And they tell you, you got to go through with your shit. Come here clean. Meaning you come here when you don't owe them nothing. You follow? You want a dishonorable side of life? Come to the good side of life when you don't owe nobody on the dishonorable side. That way they ain't got to come over here looking for you. And then we have to be fighting for you. While you one with them truly. Meaning they in they right. You ain't stand on business, now you avoiding. That part. Now we gotta fight for you and risk our honor. And so again, start to see people's nature and try to get it intact as fast as you can. If you can't, let them go on their way. That's why I told the dude that I cursed out. Giving you a time to acknowledge that you see you wrong and you did not mean the stars. I mean, you didn't mean the sun, you meant the stars. All he had to do was say, on the real level itself, I was speaking about the stars. You know he was, because he never specifically said, no, I wasn't. He started talking all this century shit. Again, he never just came flat out and said, I was talking about the sun. I wasn't talking about no stars. He never said that. That part. He started talking about centuries, planets, this and that, talking about I didn't understand him. Oh, I understood you. You one of them full of shit niggas that will be wrong and then have niggas moving on that wrong. And I know people like that in real life. They will have the wrong information or just flat out lie and then have people riding on that lie. Riding on that misinformation because they don't have enough pride to say, man, I made a mistake. You get it? And the motherfuckers losing their life because they don't got enough pride to say I was wrong. So if you think that ain't serious, some of y'all gonna die from that same kind of scenario. It ain't serious here, but in real life, these things carry over. That person I just cursed out, they may not learn what I said here and die next week doing that same thing on something more serious, where a person questioning them just to see. You get it? Sometimes you gotta question a person because you like, I'm gonna have to do them awful. But I'm gonna give them one last time. I'm gonna question them. You get it? If they come out completely honest, I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna walk off. But if they try, you get it, to not be straight, I'm gonna have to dust them off because I can't trust them. They really against me. Like that. He gonna come to his end like that. Now give me a second. I have to pee again. Y'all know how that water do. Okay, let's wrap this up soon. Y'all got any questions, make sure y'all ask and get the most out this knowledge. If you a whole bozo, well, you know it's gonna be rough for you here. I don't wanna hold you on that. You won't always have a problem. Now, it's not about what you do in life. Meaning you can make mistakes and all of that. A lot of y'all have the wrong perspective of me where you think like, you get it? I ain't got no leeway. I got all the leeway you ever gonna see. But you get it? You gotta know when a person what they is. And that's the questioning gonna do that. Meaning anybody can make whatever mistakes they want and do any wrongs they want. And when you bring it to them, that's when you gonna see if that's who they just are or if it was a mistake. Now, I'm the type of person, I ain't got no problem admitting when I'm wrong on something. Usually I'll catch it myself. I'll use that same reference I did earlier with Face Tat in his comment. I caught it on my own. Nobody got to tell me like, no, you read it wrong. Once I see I did something inaccurate, I'm going to catch it myself. And so if I'm like that, you get it? You're going to irk me even more if you ain't. Because I ain't really got to be. I can overpower most motherfuckers and do them however I want. I mean, most y'all delicate. And so, if I take the time out to be fair and balanced with you and shit like that, and you get it, acknowledge my wrong or whatever, I ain't gonna play with you on it on your end. It's like I said, I ain't even got to be, you feel me? And that's how most people is, I know. And most of y'all coming in here, you like that too. And so, learn respect. Learn to acknowledge when things is stronger than you, better than you. Why? Because that's where you're gonna overstep your bounds at. Motherfucker better than you and they assisting you, and now you get it? You asking to get crushed. Meaning a lot of y'all move on that kind of time. You like challenging shit that's beyond you. Forgetting like you disrespecting right in that moment. And you lucky they don't squash your ass clean out. Like that. Now we have some play shit going, I don't know. But hopefully y'all grasp, man. Before you get into wisdoms and all of that, get the curriculums, the political corrects, all of those false ideals out your head and focus on being real. I don't care about your politically corrects. I care about how genuine you are. I don't care if you mad and you pretending like you ain't for. I don't care. You are fake to me. I want to see how you handle that anger and check this motherfucker so it don't happen again. I'm from that cloth. If you're not from that cloth, you can go to the political correct side. I don't want to see no fake shit. I wouldn't care about it. Again, if niggas disrespecting you and you rising above it, however you call it, which is basically to make yourself a belittled fucking clown, this how the stars live. They entertain y'all disrespect the shit out them, and it's pushed off on them that they need to stay politically correct. To the point where you got a fan kiss Will Smith on his lips. It's no disrespect past that. A homosexual man to feel comfortable kissing another man on the lips. This is when all aspects of respect have gone out the window. I'm saying that because some of y'all probably look at it like, that ain't no big deal. The man kissed Will Smith on his lips. A man would have killed another man for that. Any of y'all watching that's a man, if a man you never knew before kissed you in your lips, it's no way you telling me you ain't grabbed him up and about to dump him on his head and went crazy on him. Just off the shock, like, yo, blood kissed me on my lips. Some of y'all will beat a chick up if you don't know her and she kissed you on your lips because it's just a point. Like, why? Who are you? Why would you disrespect me like that? I don't know where your lips been. Now imagine a man do that to you. And you a man. Again, Will Smith is encouraged to blow things like that off. In that, they happen again and again to the point where Dave Chappelle get tackled on stage. And you get it? Where shit start getting way out of hand, where you like, how this even get to this point? Oh, cause they got this fake shit that they do, where they think like stars could be disrespected and the public can't, and so in that now the public has lost their brain, and they think they can disrespect stars and it's okay. That's how that happened. And so kind of grass. Many of the things we live that's not good, it's a result of y'all overlooking things that was supposed to be checked a long time ago. You get my point? And so hopefully y'all grasp. He said a nigga kissed him. Hopefully those of y'all that come in here, you know, simple-minded, lost into your emotions like I was explaining. Hopefully you start to grasp these things and make the adjustments you need to. Because I ain't never adjusting my chin or myself to no bozos. That's stupid. And so, I know everybody ain't got a brain. Y'all lost on whatever y'all law, but come along at some point. Damn, you got a lot of kids, fathead. You got 9 kids, man. How old are you? Some of y'all be getting to it. Boy, boy. I might have to meet you one day, Face Tap. Seem kinda solid, champ. Some of y'all gotta, I'm trying to catch these comments. Some of y'all need to grasp though, the small things is the, you get it? The small things you chop niggas' heads off for, you don't. A lot of y'all don't get that. Meaning, the little things y'all overlook, these are the fires of later. You get my point? Everything that we see now is a result of things that were overlooked. You get my point? Meaning whatever unjust things you see now and whatever just strange, stupid shit where you like, this ain't right, it come from shit y'all been overlooking. And so, like I said, Dave Chappelle got tackled on stage and a bunch of other, you get it? They actually throwing objects at stars now, busting them in their eye and shit. That's crazy. That part. You know how that happened? And Metal World Peace got hit in the head with a goddamn soda can and went and whooped the nigga's ass that did it, which is just, and he got kicked out the NBA. That part. From then stars say, oh, we gotta just let them do us anyway, like slaves. Now we at a point where y'all are throwing bricks and shit at them. It ain't too much really happening to y'all. And why the stars ain't making a big complaint about this, I don't know. But I know if I was a star, I would have been said something. Fuck you. You think I'm supposed to just let nigga do me any kind of way? To the point now where I'm performing a nigga throwing a phone at my head? Blood, it wouldn't even ever even got there if I was in control. Because you niggas would have got beat the fuck up the first time. Like, you get it? I would have been Metal World Peace, one of you niggas. Don't throw nothing at me. Don't look at me funny. Nothing. Nigga, you here getting entertained. How dare you? You get it? And I'm here entertaining you. How dare you disrespect me, nigga? Don't even look at me funny. That part. They don't carry it like that. They act like y'all doing them a favor by watching them. Get the fuck out of here. That ain't doing nothing. That part. So hopefully some of y'all grasp these things. Don't let yourselves get too lost. Oh, you 35. You ain't that far behind me. What city you in? Cargo Chris, I'm just talking, ain't no topic, man. Just jewels off the head, that's it. Y'all don't listen to rap songs, man. Shit mess your mind up. The words, the message. It's kind of sad and impoverished when you're dealing with rap. And that it put us on a path, you know? Sound and emotion is one. So you got to be careful what you listen to, because it's going to tap into your emotions. When you talking music, that's going directly to it. So y'all don't hear music, y'all feel it. If y'all don't feel it, then y'all don't pay the shit no mind. Like, you get it? I could play some shit right now. If you don't like it, you just continue your conversation like ain't nothing happened. Now throw on something dope. You having a whole conversation and just snap out your convo and you like, oh, what's that? Like that. Y'all don't hear music, y'all feel it. And that you gotta be careful. Why? You hear the wrong kind of music, it goes straight into your emotional state. So you grasp, you gonna manifest that out, live that out. Nigga in Idaho. Who in Idaho? Oh, Des Moines is Idaho? Y'all stupid. Damn, bro, you all the way. Like, I hope you ain't in the witness protection, is you, blood? Cause I don't be fucking with niggas like that. You ain't gotta lie though if you are. I ain't tell you how to live, big baby. Nigga in Idaho or Maine or something, that's that witness protection swag. Oh, you in Iowa, you ain't in the witness protection, is you? Nigga in the witness protection program, you done told on a few niggas that clapped you up, huh? Let me know, champ. This accent taking kind of long to answer. Yeah, you did. It's cold-blooded. See, I'm wise. I be knowing. I told y'all I lived a lot, so I know certain shit, man. You follow? I told you, if you're a bozo, don't try to befriend me. You get it? I'm old. I'm going to sniff you out. Like, damn, why you ain't answer FaceTime? Damn, blood, you had to snitch, huh? I want to know why. How that worked out, the snitching part? Cause I'm positive you did. I'm cold-blooded, right? Some of y'all like, damn, Solace, how you knew that? The states, man, they send snitches to certain places, man. So like, you get it? Y'all don't understand. Y'all be lost in gossip. I don't have to go on no gossip. I know if a person a rat, you get it. Just from where they say they at. So he say he from Chicago now. He in Iowa. He got shot and shit like that. Drugs was involved. So I already know, damn, blood and witness protection. But you was gonna meet me. So this is where you went wrong. You get it? Meaning, you ain't gonna make it on witness protection, blood. You ain't sharp enough. I could have not said nothing. Who knows who I know? Chicago ain't far from New York, you gotta know that. Who knows who I know? You gonna meet me, you get it? Tell my partner, hey, remember Cat Daddy that blah blah blah? Yeah, I'm about to meet him right now. Remember that 50,000 you owe me? I put a little 25 on it. For that extra 25 on that? Then you be gone. I said, I ain't never snitched. I just had to move. You took long as fuck to answer that. Now I don't know. But I ain't that type. I wouldn't. You feel me? It ain't my job. You get my point? Whatever's dishonorable or got to do with, you don't gotta never hold me to it. If you ain't right, just don't come around me. It ain't got to do with you. Something gonna happen to you. It just got to do with me. Other than that, I ain't judging. So if you did right, you get it? I'm grown. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, that sound good. You said one of your OGs told you to come out. You took a little long to answer that question, so you had a lot of us like a lot of us was like, yeah, I think he might have did told Big Uzi. He ain't say nothing, man. So I got my own house and 2 cars. Okay, that's good, man. Keep everything straight. That's the main thing. Make sure you give back at some point. Those of y'all that have snitched in life, redeem yourself. That's the best thing I could tell you. How you go about doing that? I wouldn't know. I don't do shit that I can't. I don't do nothing I can't stand on. So I ain't good at making up. But I ain't want to be fucking up either. So, I mean, and I'm the type of person to watch how I move, because I ain't one that can afford to be fucking up. And so, peace and wisdom, face tap. You ain't gotta put your whole life up here, champ. That's your own personal business. Hopefully most of y'all grass. He said, I'm in Colorado with Deion Sanders. I was just thinking about visiting Colorado. I still gotta go to forget. Remember the dude I posted the spa? He thought I forgot. I didn't. I'm pulling up to beat his ass. I'm not playing. But I think he in Miami. I forget. I travel at certain times of the year, and I just hit mad places at once. So I'm sure he think I forgot. Solace was fronting. No, I did not forget. When I get there, I will be finding you. But I was looking at Colorado because I liked how the mountains looked in the background. And I was thinking about going out there, my nirvana. I know somebody named Nerd. I don't want to put nobody on blast. I know somebody with a similar name to that. I was going to ask you if you were her, but I don't think you are. Slim Reaper, Tampa. Yeah, I got to go to Tampa, get my little spa on. Somebody thought I forgot. I didn't. Send me some art, champ. I take art. I take gifts as give back. If your vagina got good worth, if that vagina got some worth to it, big baby, send that on through. Do what I need to do. I'm just playing. You selling potatoes, cargo, Chris? Lost something. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh. Iowa potatoes, y'all. They said blood out there slinging potatoes, man. Y'all ain't shit. Nah, I never watched Snowfall. I kind of stay away from them videos. My life was like that, so I don't need nothing to, like, you get it? Entice me or anything. Make me feel like I'm missing something. So I kind of try to stay away from them things. So no, I never seen Snowfall. But maybe I'll check it out, because the name, I know I'm familiar with the name. And that must be a hell of a show. Y'all all always be talking about it. Just different people in life. I try to check it out. I ain't intrigued by the street stories and stuff no more. So it'd be hard to watch, like, menace to society type movies. I ain't really interested in those no more. But, if it got a good storyline, I could watch it. But if it's just street stuff, I'm gonna lose my interest. Does extraterrestrials share the spirit of God too? Extraterrestrials is dead souls, champ. Salam, shalom. Meaning y'all don't have no real wisdom in y'all brain, but y'all don't want to abandon what's there. And that, y'all repeatedly, you get it? Don't make sense. Terrestrial is all that's inside Earth. Extraterrestrial is everything outside of Earth's atmosphere. That's dark black space. You'll die as soon as you get it. It's the realms of the dead. Y'all let them convince y'all that dead souls is aliens, and you get it? I've made videos explaining this in regards to spirit summoning. And how, y'all phones and all these telecommunication things y'all got, they got to do with spirit summoning or contacting the dead. Y'all have a mind like the dead go somewhere. You get it? The cells in your body died. They don't leave your body. They go to a specific place in it. Cells ain't floating. You feel me? They with you. The ones that live and the ones that die. We're like that inside of this world, the body we in. We die. You get it? Our body is buried in the ground, so you know that don't leave this place. And our soul ain't going nowhere either. It goes to a certain area in the place. The point I'm making is, ain't no aliens, champ. A lot of y'all need to get that through y'all head. If there was, you would have saw one already. An alien is just a cover up for, like I said, the dead. But y'all don't understand life in dead. So in that, you get my point? Y'all don't seem to grasp. Dead here too. Just like awake and going to sleep is all a part of your whole. Like that. The dead and the living in the same place. Separated by horizons, so to say. The same way the nighttime and the daytime is separated by horizon. A force to keep them separate. But, you get it? There's a medium between the dead and the living. That's the plants. And so, like I always explain, all is here. And so, a lot of y'all need to get extraterrestrial out your mind. You do have lands that y'all don't know of. And the people may be a little strange looking to y'all, but they're not aliens, and you get it? They predate you in the place you live at. And they don't understand seniority. Meaning Italy, Spain, Portugal, these places were developed countries before America was even thought of. In that, when America was developed, they never had to indulge to y'all that there's a place called Italy, Spain, and Portugal that come before y'all, and the people there have already been civilized like y'all are now. They didn't have to mention that. The point I'm making, that's real. There's many places that just aren't mentioned to you. You follow? They're over in the Amazon rainforest now making new countries. But they don't have to tell y'all about that. You follow? So the point I'm making is colonization or the development of new countries is something that's an ongoing thing. It never stops. You get my point? All the countries we have now, we ain't have that many 600 years ago. And 600 years before that, it wasn't as many countries as it was then. And 600 years from now, we're going to have way more countries than y'all know of now. But like I said, man is constantly still colonizing and developing. And so kind of grass. Use the noggin before you lose it. And so in that perspective, you have to grasp. There's places that come before this place that y'all never heard of. Because they don't have no trade with your place or they just don't want to deal with y'all. In that, you get my point? You do have people that would look a little strange to y'all. Kind of like the first time indigenous people seen white people. And look strange to them. But them white people ain't new here. It's just new to them. Like that. Y'all lost on, bullshit talk. Ain't no aliens, so just get that out your head. Meaning ain't nobody flying from a whole nother solar system to a whole nother solar system. Niggas can barely make it from Earth to another planet. It's in the same solar system. That part. Meaning everything, y'all whole understanding, the curriculum is incorrect. In that y'all don't have a clear understanding of life that makes sense. You get my point? To think that another civilized, well, it could happen, but to give you an example, it's like cells traveling from my body to your body through the air. It's not likely. You get my point? We're not talking germs and shit. We're talking the cells in your body. It ain't likely sperm cells gonna come out my balls and go into your body unless we come together. Like that. Ain't no civilization coming from one solar system to our solar system unless there's some kind of merging of the two at one point where they could slip through. Other than that don't even make no sense. Mind you, our star, that shit lost in the darkness. I mean, there's a lot of truth y'all don't know that y'all don't want to hear. And that y'all have y'all little ideals. They help to get y'all through, keep y'all busy. And so, aliens coming, I suppose. Further y'all go down those rabbit holes that are not truths, the more off track y'all take the mind. So always keep that, in the back of the mind. There you go, face tat dreadhead. And so hopefully y'all grasp. I'm about to depart. Time for me to get me a little grub. I'm a little hungry. And so I'm gonna come back and explain square root numbers to you guys, because there's deep wisdom there. But I need all of y'all to give back first. So when y'all give back, I'm gonna come explain that. Not one of you all. Most of y'all. So if you tune in here, just make it your business to give back this week, this weekend, or whatever. You don't need to worry about if others are. You just make sure you do. When y'all do, I'll be back. I'll be explaining square root numbers. If you don't know what square root is like 1 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. The number times itself and what it equals, these are your square roots. So the square root of 16 is 4 times 4. The square root of 81 would be 9 times 9. Meaning if you can take the number and multiply it by itself, the number you get, those two numbers are the square root. It's the same thing. Like, that's why I said 1 times 1 equals 2. I'm sorry, 1 times 1 equals 1. 2 times 2 equals 4. I didn't say 2 times 1 or 1 times 1 because that's not a square root. Two numbers are different. It has to be the same number times itself in the result you get. The result you get isn't the square root, but the square root is, you get it? The two same numbers, which is one number because they're the same. So the square root of 16 is 4. Of course, 4 times 4 is 16, so 4 is the square root. The square root of 81 is 9. Of course, 9 times 9 is 81. So that's why 9 is the square root. It's like finding the larger perspective. You get it? The path 9 takes, if that makes sense. Meaning 9 times 9 is 81. 81 times 81 in the number that you get, which would be, let me see if I could do this quick in my head. 81 times 81. 1. No, I ain't gonna be able to do it. 80 times 80 is 0, 0, 6,400. It's somewhere in the 6,000s. But I don't feel like doing it in my head. It's gonna give me a headache. But 80 times 80, you got the 0, you drop the other 0. 8 times 8 is 64, that's 6,400. 81, you get it? Somewhere around 6,400, maybe 6,410, I don't know. Some of y'all could do it. Tell me how close I was. I'm a mathematician. I do this shit in my head, like percentages, all that. 4-digit multiple. The number could be 433 times 230. I could do that in my head. Not instantly, though. You give me a little second, like 10, 15 seconds, and I'll give you the number. Something simple like 80 times 80, I'll do that instantly. You get it? Drop the 2 zeros. 8 times 8, 64, 6,400. Like that fast. If it got more, you get it? The more complex the number, the more longer it's going to take you. But I'm just saying that so you could grasp. In terms of school, I'm a genius in school. That ain't never been a problem for me. Schoolwork too easy for me. That shit's simple-minded. It's all from memory. So you ain't even got to be smart in school. And just remember. So I'm just giving you that reference if any of y'all got the mind where you like, he probably failed in school. No, I had straight A's. School was never a problem to me. Math, science, any topic you could think of. I breezed right through that. In fact, when I got kicked out of school, they was trying to fight for me because they needed me. You know, a school got to have a certain amount of students that's really smart. You can't have a school full of dumb motherfuckers failing. They'll shut the school down. So every smart person in the school count in terms of the grades. Now, I'm getting straight A's, but I'm bad. And I might have a whole knife fight bad like that where people are getting hurt. Me too sometimes, but like bad. Like he's bad. He may have a whole knife fight after school and somebody's lungs may get collapsed. His may get collapsed. Like that. I'm from them times. We gangbanging after school let out, so you don't know what's going to happen. 6,561. See, I was close. 6,400. 81 times 81. I don't think that's right. That don't seem right. 6,561. But the point I'm making is they fought for me. I had choked out a cop, so you can't do that in school. But they fought to try to keep me. It didn't matter. I was so smart. I kicked me out of every school in New York because of that one incident. Meaning I just had one problem in one school. They kicked me out of every school. They said I can't be accepted by no school. I'm a menace to the public. Meaning if you would choke out a cop, you'll do anything to any kid and you can't come around kids. In that they tried to send me to the reform school, but they wouldn't take me either. They was like, nah, if he gonna hit a cop, blood, you get it? Blood is, he throw. But they all looking at my grades like, damn, he sure is smart though. So it was one of them things, like a travesty, like, damn, he's so smart, his life gonna be fucked up. Cause he a gang member. But if we could keep this nigga in school, you get it? So it's sad. They was right. I went on a whole path for selling dope because I'm too smart for you to let out of school that young. I put together a whole dope. I'm a little kid. I put together a whole dope empire. Like that, where you say don't let him. Some of y'all like that. You young, you real smart, but you're a little bad. People gonna have to take a time out with you and kind of like, you get it? And if they let you go, you too smart. You get my point? You gonna start some shit that adults do. You gonna be like a grown-ass person. Meaning I got my GED at 16. I was that smart. I went took the test 16 and aced the shit. And that from 16 to 18, getting money. I'm too young to go to college. They telling me you could go to Kentucky State or some shit, but you gotta wait till you of age. So you know how that go. I'm smart as shit. I'm young. I know chemistry and shit. So you get it? Start mixing baking soda and cocaine and getting busy. And that, on our whole life, I wasn't supposed to. I mean, I was supposed to go to college, probably Kentucky or some shit. And you get it? I would have never had that, but none of that. Because this come after I got kicked out. So it's deep. One mistake, send your life into a whole different direction. Okay, I'm about to end this for real now. Gotta get on with my day. And so if you young, be safe out there. One wrong mistake you make could take your life and put it into a whole different course. Meaning I got bullet holes, shit like that. I got my kidneys punctured. And it's all after I got kicked out of school. But, I was smart. So the first thing I did was went down to the GED. I kind of did that on my own. They tested me. They said, man, you kind of smart. You probably could pass it now. So I'm like, go ahead, sign me up. I'll take it. And that was my main thing, meaning I didn't want to get kicked out of school. I tried to get into them all, but they wouldn't take me. My grandmother literally took me around to every school. They wouldn't accept me. But they did look at my grades. That was giving them a little consideration. But I guess, I had got arrested for all of that. And got arrested on the school grounds, all that shit. The cop was injured. So it was bad. It wasn't like, something light where you could just overlook it. Say blood assaulted a cop. He assaulted a cop and got arrested in the school and almost caused a whole riot. And you get it? So every school, like, I ain't, that shit just happened. It ain't like this was years ago. I just kicked him out last month. Like, I know he didn't change that fast. And so, I knocked out my GED, dived head first into the street, and you get it? You just go deeper and deeper and deeper, off course. And not everybody make it back. Lucky for me, when I was in the streets, I was still studying. I went to college. I took up some trades. You get it? I still kept my mind into reality. You can't just sell drugs forever. You get it? You gotta start to set up some stuff for later. So I always had that kind of mind. So I got like little certificates, forklift licenses. I got electrical, plumbing, a whole bunch of shit. I mean, over the years, I got a lot of little skills because I always had that mind, This shit ain't gonna last forever. But that's what kind of kept me, you get it? Where I'm now teaching and my mind is still sharp, and you get it? I could go to school and bust school out. It's because of that. I didn't let my mind get too lost out there, but I just went out there. And so, be careful out there if you're young. Watch your moves. One move put you on a whole nother path of life. If I show you me at 16, and me, you get it? At like 25, you'll be like, yeah, you look way different. They look innocent. Innocent and guilty. And that don't just come off. Meaning some of y'all look at me now and you like, nah, Solace is a stone cold motherfucking gangster. And I'm not. I've outgrown them things, but you get it? The mannerisms and the look don't just go away. You'd have to just be somebody that's not judgmental and stereotypical and listen to my words and say, no, his mind, he not into that. He on point. He just got the looks of it still, and you get it? And that might not never go away. You get my point? Meaning those things still will interfere with my life now. You follow? I could probably be the biggest teacher now. But maybe this is interfering. You get my point? And so you always have to consider these things. Meaning whatever things I did in life and the residue to carry over, it still interferes with my life now. But I'm a realist. I know my wrongs in life, so I don't complain about nothing. I just do my work, stay busy. You get it? I know all too well I get lost in the stupid shit end up. So you get my point? I just stay thankful that, I'm still around and I ain't all fucked up in the game. You get it? And I keep that with me. And I just move on humble time and just keep everything, simple. And so grasp those things. And you'll be alright in this life. Now I'm about to depart. Peace and wisdom, face tat. You can email me if you want. upscaleknowledge@gmail.com. You seem kind of cool, like I said. All out, you got my number. You can hit me up. And anybody else, keep everything good with self. Like I said, I'm going to come back. I'm going to explain root numbers and the secrets of them. So the root numbers will be like 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. Basically 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3. You get it? 7 times 7, all the way. The answer to those numbers, the root numbers. There's a deep secret in regards to numerology, the curriculum that y'all lost in regards to numerology, and as well as the numbers and names for God. If you understand, like in Islam, they have like different names for gods and numbers associated with that name. It's a root number thing. I'm gonna explain that, when I come back. Like I said, y'all gotta give back though. And so, hopefully y'all enjoy y'all day. Salam, shalom.